Good morning. How are you guys? Oh my god, I'm so eepy. But welcome in. I hope you guys are doing good today. How's it going? Let's see who all we got here. We've got first was taken by Leonix. Thank you so much, Leonix, for being my first. It makes me very, very happy that you could be my first. And also, oh my god, Leonix, thank you for the 25 months. Holy shit. Officially past the 2-year mark. That's so crazy. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, hi. Let's see who all got their daily pillows. We got Ren. We've got Alex. We've got Thesaurus. We've got Marsh, Jeremy, Hefty. We've got Mitha. Yeah, we got Spicy Palm. We got Sammy. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you, all of you, for grabbing your daily pillows. I hope you can be nice and comfy, cozy with your daily pillows. So hi, Tony. Hi, Nugget. All right, let's see who we got in the queue so far. I know we definitely have at least one love reading. It's every week we have at least one love reading. This week though, you guys, oh my gosh, this week is gonna be, I know I didn't stream yesterday. I was a little busy and my throat was kind of sore and I was having cramps. It was just like, I was planning to stream up until 5 minutes before I was gonna press go live. I was like, I can't. I was like, I can't. I was gonna, but I couldn't. I had everything prepped. I was like, I can't. So I just canceled kind of last minute yesterday. But it was just a co-working, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But we're doing tarot today. But then tomorrow, oh my gosh, tomorrow we are playing Love Curse, which is the full game version of the demo Love Curse we played back in like late January, which was the Yuri visual novel. Do you guys remember that Yuri visual novel we played? Where like she has to find a lover or she like dies, and like there was like a bunch of very hot girls. It was very pretty. Very pretty. Anyway, the full game came out earlier this week and I instantly bought it. As soon as it went live, I I bought it off of Steam. And so we're gonna be playing the actual official full game for that. And it's got some toxic Yuri roots, which includes like imprisonment and possessiveness and all kinds of other toxic dark roots, which I am excited for. I like toxic Yuri in my fiction. I think it's fun. I think the girls deserve to be toxic too. So we'll be playing some of that tomorrow. And then Saturday, that's right, Saturday, I'm having a special bonus stream, you guys. I got a free key for Monster Prom for MonsterCon. And I'm gonna be playing it with Harper. Harper's gonna join me. We're finally gonna get Harper back on the channel after God knows how long. And Harper and I are gonna try and woo some monsters together for MonsterCon. Yeah. So action-packed, and then we're gonna do that before, because in the evening we both have community movie nights in our Discords afterwards. So I'm planning to have it so we'll both still be able to do the community nights after we do the quick stream. But yeah, I'm hyped for it. Yeah. And welcome home, Nugget. I had to work in a thunderstorm. Yeah. Dude, thunderstorms make me so eepy. I know when it's raining outside because I'll just be so tired. Even if there's like no windows, like back when I was like working at like my old job and like the grocery store and I couldn't see outside, I'd be like, it's raining outside, isn't it? Because I feel like I'm about to start falling asleep right now. And I was right. I was always right. I've got a sixth sense for the rain, man. just makes my creaky bones go eep, you know. But it's the best, being all snuggly in bed when it's raining outside, especially if you don't have anywhere to be. That's the best feeling. Meanwhile, over here, rain's coming. I can smell it. Oh yeah, when I go outside, I can smell when the rain's coming. But I'm saying even when I'm not outside, I can feel it's coming because I'm getting eepy. But yeah, no, you can totally smell like the smell of rain when it's coming. Have you broken a bone before? Yeah, I've broken both of my arms twice. So technically 4 broken bones. Yeah. Yeah. But that's a long story. But let's go ahead and see who we got in the queue. So first up in the queue, we have Alex, who wants a love reading. Then we've got Leonix, who wants a love reading. Then we've got Gothosaurus, who wants a love reading. And then we've got Marsh, who wants a luck reading. We've also got, who else? We've got Nugget, who wants a general reading. Sammy, who wants a general reading. Yeah. I should have said love. Well, you can change it when we get to you. Don't worry. I've only broken my thumb and it can sense the rain now. Yeah, I broke both of my arms twice. So, and when I was younger, when I was a kid. But mostly I just kind of like, I don't feel it through my bones. I feel it just like as a whole. My brain just starts to like shut down. It's like it's raining. We don't need to pay attention to anything. It's like my brain goes foggy when it starts raining. That's how I usually know it's raining. Oh, so hi, Magikarp. I'll think of when we get to it. Yeah, sounds like a good plan. We're splashing. Not much. It's been a pretty chill day. I did finally repaint my nails. It's been a while. I had this, the color for the longest time, and my nails were getting like really, really long. And I was like, it's time for me to just finally repaint them. So I painted them like this really pretty sort of like peachy color with like some gold. They're very cute. They're very cute to look at. Technical difficulties? Oh no, Alex. What's the technical difficulties? You okay? You here, Alex? Are you back? Just want to do it before they disappear. Yeah, I got you. They do tend to get snagged pretty quickly. My Wi-Fi is basically dead. Well, Alex, do you want me to skip you for now and come back when you got a more stable connection? You want me to do that for you? We'll keep you in the queue until your Wi-Fi is back. I'm on internet, so I think I'm fine. Okay, well then we'll go ahead then. For your love reading. Also, hi, Cryo. Welcome in. How are you? Yeah. I hope everybody's been able to chill today. Hope it wasn't too stressful for you guys. It's been dead since 6. Oh, nice. I love the quietness, the relaxation when you're not stressed about stuff. And definitely one of the better feelings. So, love reading for Alex. I wonder if it's going to say the same thing it usually does. But let's see. You never know. Maybe you've done something drastic since last week. I talked to someone. Oh my gosh, you did? Oh my goodness. Well, let's see if that's reflected in the cards. Oh. Okay. Interesting. I think I sorted out the burnout issue. Nice. I'm glad to hear it. I gotta shuffle things around my desk so I have some more room for everything. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and put these up on the screen for you, Alex. Starting with... Well, I'm glad to hear that, Nugget. You've been crashing out for 4 hours? Why are you crashing out? You don't need to crash out. Gotta take a breath, one step at a time, you know? And then... There we go. Okay. We've got all of the cards for you, Alex, for your love reading. So in order of left to right, we have the Knight of Cups, we have the Reverse Temperance card, and we have the Moon. So let's go ahead and start breaking these down for you, starting with the Knight of Cups. So Cups is a card of emotion, overflowing emotions, and love especially. And the Knight of Cups is somebody who definitely tends to wear their heart on their sleeve. There's somebody who's very much a dreamer, somebody who is very imaginative, but also very goal-oriented. There's something very specific you have in mind when you think of love. I feel like when you think of love and you think of the relationship you want, you have kind of a surprisingly specific picture of what you're looking for. You have, maybe you've already sort of daydreamed ahead of the kind of things you can imagine yourself doing with your future partner, you know, later on down the line and that kind of stuff. And then we follow it up with the Reverse Temperance card. And the Reverse Temperance card's kind of like a... well, Temperance is normally a card of like adaptability and going with the flow. In its reverse, it can feel almost like a dam in the river, like something's blocking it up. There's this sense of like, I don't want to say corruption, but like there's something that's not letting things flow as freely as they should. And I feel like this is maybe slightly a bit of like a warning, like, hey, be careful that you don't let your dreams of what you're imagining this relationship to be like taint the relationship you actually have, right? When you get too involved in the what ifs and imaginings of things, you tend to stray a bit too far from reality. And sometimes that can be very easy in clouding your judgment and clouding your view of the legitimate and real situation you have. When you start imagining the fake romance much more than the real romance, it makes it a lot harder to keep track of the actual real thing you have. And maybe you don't fully appreciate what's already there because you're looking too far into the future, you know? And so it can end up sort of like tainting the relationship. Like, it's fine to daydream a little bit, but this is more like a warning of be careful to not let those daydreams sort of overrule you and your current relationship, you know? And then we follow it up with the Moon, right? And the moon is a card of mystery, of intrigue. It's intuition. It's the changing of the tides, right? There's this sense of things haven't fully revealed themselves to you yet, right? In the cover of night, there are still things hidden in the shadows that you're not fully able to see. And so I think that's the most important thing of you haven't actually seen the full potential of the relationship yet. So I think it's very important for you to keep that in mind, that you don't know how things are going to go, so you can't dive too far into the future of your imagination, because otherwise you're going to lose the plot and you're not going to realize what's real and what's not. What attributes have you given that weren't there in the first place? You know, and which ones have you ignored in favor of your personal views, right? It's fine to daydream, but I think you just have to remember what are dreams and what is the current reality, right? And to not get too carried away with it and start living in the fantasy. But if I think you do that, you should be fine in developing your relationship with this person. But yeah, I hope that helps. Fingers crossed. Let's see. Next up, we've got Leonix. Praying for better things for you this time, Leonix. Oh my gosh. Well, let's see what we got for you, Leonix. I don't want the shit sucks card. I know. My fingers are crossed that you do not get the shit sucks card. Last time they were right. Yeah, we gotta hope for the best for you this time. Oh my gosh. Hi, J-Bomb. Nobody needs that card twice. True. Don't worry, I'll get the card for the homies. Yeah. I believe. And then Leonix is subbed, so we'll give Leonix an Oracle card as well. Hopefully that'll give an extra little boost that you might need. But let's see. For Leonix's love reading, what do we have? Gal evening, Darian chat. Hope the tarot's been fair. Yeah. I'm sure the cards will know if you listen to their advice. True. They always seem to know. That's why sometimes they give the exact same reading to some people every week. Because sometimes those people keep redeeming the same reading and then they don't do anything different. Just want to say we appreciate you. I appreciate you too, Jeremy. I appreciate all of you guys. And it's always really nice having you guys here with me. You flip the card and it's just a finger pointing shamefully at you. I mean, they try not to be mean. But sometimes, you know, even the cards reach a point where they're saying the same thing every week to you, and eventually they're like, you need to listen to me. Pay attention to me. They've got their own personality. I feel like it shines through every now and then, but they do try to be nice. Even when things don't seem as good, they try to give you hope. Because not everything is a lost cause. Even when things seem like they suck, or like they are just really dreary, or things are not going according to plan, they usually try to find some way to spin it to help you look on the bright side of things. To be fair, last time was a discovery, not a I wasn't listening. Yeah, that's true. A lost cause, a raven that can't find his voice. Yeah. Also, hi, Cola. No, yeah, Leonix last time was a special exception. They were extenuating circumstances, you know? Things outside of, you know, their control. Oh my god. Wow, Nugget, you're so kind and thoughtful. Thank you so much for the 1,000 biddies. Alright, that means everybody gets Yu-Gi-Oh cards with their readings, thanks to Nugget. So be sure to say thank you, Nugget. And that includes you too, Leonix. You get a Yu-Gi-Oh card with your reading too. Yeah, Nugget's a real sweetheart. Okay, we got the tarot cards. Now let's see what we get for your oracle card. I'm just goated with the sauce. Yeah, the honey mustard sauce. The honey musty. That's the kind of sauce you're goated with. Wait, is it called goated with the sauce because you're awesome sauce? Because that's a phrase people use, awesome sauce. Is that where the origin of that comes from? Is the sauce the awesome sauce? Is that what it is? Oh my god, that'd be huge. Meanwhile, me also getting lost in my own sauce. Oh my gosh. Cook so hard I burnt the kitchen down. That's not safe. You gotta be careful. You guys need to be extra careful when you're in the kitchen. Make sure you always double check before you leave that all of the burners are turned off, right? Especially if you have a gas stove. Make sure before you leave the kitchen that all of the burners are completely turned off, right? That none of them are hovering in between any of the knobs and that they are fully turned off, that there's no gas escaping outside of the stove, you know? Make sure, explain the smell of gas, I was like, go turn off the gas, go turn it off. I say this because I have to tell this to my roommates all the time. I should make sure I turn the stove off. Yeah, you should. You should go make sure you turn the stove off. That would be the safe thing to do. I don't want any of you guys to be involved in a house fire. I always triple check that I turn off the stove after I use it. Breathe in the gas. No, it's not healthy for you. It's not. Imagine the stories you can tell though. Not if you're dead from a gas explosion. Are you kidding me? You're not gonna be able to tell any stories. You'll be dead. Gas explosions and gas fires and gas leaks are no joke, dude. It's crazy. That shit will fuck you up. Yeah. That's what I'm telling you guys. You gotta make sure. You gotta make sure that you turn the stove off. Also, hi, Garmathy. Welcome in. Turns out explosions are bad. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But also, gas leaks too will like fuck you up mentally. A lot of people who experience like ghost stuff, where they start seeing like figures floating above them and things like that, usually it's a gas leak. They start basically being driven insane. Like all those stories you hear of people that are suddenly like driven insane. Like, they were perfectly normal before, but now all of a sudden they're like seeing things and hearing things that they shouldn't, and you know, their mind is spiraling. It's a gas leak. They're experiencing a gas leak. They're inhaling the fumes of gas, and it is driving them insane, and they are hallucinating. Okay? Gas leaks are fucking crazy and not to be fucked with. Always make sure, you know, that your gas is not leaking. You know, that your stoves are off. If you have like a heater system that uses gas or whatever the case might be, you know, make sure you're getting good ventilation, all that good stuff. Gas is no joke. And you turn the stove off and now I have pasta and I'm not dead. Yeah, that's the best. The best feeling is not being dead. Yeah. If I was 21, I would pick up a cocktail real quick. I do like a nice cocktail. Whenever I go to restaurants, I do like browsing the cocktail menu. I don't always get something, but there are some things that I do like. I'm a big fan of like nice sangrias, but I'm also a big fan of whiskey cocktails. I think some of my favorite cocktails I've had have been whiskey cocktails. I don't know, I like the sort of like oaky, smoky flavor that a lot of whiskeys have, especially in cocktails. I think it's really nice. But I'm also a big fan of like citrusy cocktails as well, like ones with like lemon or lime or yuzu. I really like those as well because they're very, very light and refreshing. You did a goof? What happened, Leonix? What happened? That's an interesting Yu-Gi-Oh card to get for this. Oaky Smoky sounds like a bluegrass musician. Maybe it is. Who's to say? The only time I drank was on New Year's and I was hella drunk. You gotta make sure when you do drink that you drink plenty of water. You need to drink as much water as you drink alcohol, because alcohol dehydrates you. And when you get super dehydrated from drinking a fuck ton of alcohol, that's what gives you a hangover in the morning, right? So you have to make sure you drink plenty of water, so whenever you wake up, you will not be hungover. You are going to have to pee a lot, right? That's why people always need to go to the bathroom when they drink a lot of alcohol. And I can say this as somebody who drinks biannually. I drink for Christmas/New Year's and I drink for my birthday. Those are the two special occasions that I drink alcohol, right? And every time I drink plenty of water. I drink plenty of juice. I make sure I'm fully hydrated before I go to sleep. And when I wake up in the morning, I feel fine. That's the secret. That's the secret. You got to carb up beforehand, before you drink. You make sure you have something in your stomach, especially carbs, especially nutrients. Eat a nice, full, fulfilling meal. Then you drink the alcohol. Then you drink plenty of water. And you're good. No issues. That's how you drink responsibly. I also never drink till I'm blackout drunk. I only drink enough to where I'm tipsy. I'm a very responsible drinker. And I think everybody who is able to drink should be a responsible drinker. It's fine if you want to drink. Just be responsible about it. Be safe. I don't want you guys to do anything dangerous to yourselves. I want you to take care of yourselves. Okay, let's get these cards up on the screen for you, Leonix, for your love reading. What's the current reading order? I'll have to check the cue. Let me put this other card up on the screen real quick, and then I'll read the cue out loud afterwards. There we go. Okay. We got all the cards up on the screen for you, Leonix, for your love reading. So the queue is currently, we're doing Leonix's reading right now. After Leonix is Gothosaurus. Then after Gothosaurus is Marsh. And then after Marsh is Nugget. And then after Nugget is Sammy. And then after Sammy is Magikarp. And then after Magikarp is Cryo. And then after Cryo is Spicy Palm. And that's currently the queue. There you go. That's the current queue at the moment. Now you know. And then I'm sure Leonix is probably typing out the queue right now as well for you guys to visually see. Also, hi Gabby. Thanks for grabbing your daily pillow. Okay, well, let's start breaking these down for you. That is a whole ass scroll of names. Yeah. Also, thank you for the 400 biddies. Send it out with the bang. I got you. I got you. So, in order of left to right, Leonix, for your love reading, we have the 10 of coins, we have the reverse 8 of coins, and we have the reverse 4 of wands. And then for your oracle card, we have fruit. And then for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have dark zebra, right? So let's go ahead and start breaking these down for you, starting with the 10 of coins. The 10 of coins is a card of security, of stability, but also it's a card of community. You've got your roots in pretty deeply. You have a lot of people that you can kind of rely on and that you can trust, right? There's a huge ecosystem around you that you rely on, but as much as you rely on them, they rely on you. And I feel like this is a really good card to start off with, especially in a love reading, because it's kind of reiterating and reassuring to you that you have people around you who care about you and who want to support you. You have a very strong network of people who want to see you blossom and want to see you grow and want to see you happy, right? So right off the bat, this is a card kind of reminding you have so many people who care about you and who want you to be safe and who want you to be happy, right? That's what the 10 of coins is in this instance. We do follow it up with the reverse 8 of coins, which is a card of kind of like a lack of concentration. In the 8 of coins upright, it's normally a card of finding beauty anywhere you look for it. It's a sense of craftsmanship, you know, the potential in the raw materials and bringing something to life, to fruition, the beauty and art that can be found in just looking in the world around you. In its reverse, though, to me, this reads like maybe you're not fully seeing your full potential. You're not looking at the actual beauty that's right there in front of you. You're not seeing what's really just right kind of in your face. And this could be pertaining to yourself, but this could also be pertaining to maybe the potential for love. Maybe you're actively ignoring the opportunity that could be present to you because maybe you feel like you're not good enough. Maybe you feel like you're not worthy, or that it would never work out because they would never feel that way about me. So I'm not even gonna bother trying to get close to it. I'm just gonna shove my feelings down into the corner and never think about it ever again. That's kind of the vibes I get from this. It's this sense of like I'm pretending it doesn't exist because I know it's not gonna work. But the cards kind of beg to differ. They're saying that you're kind of actively ignoring the beauty, you know? You're actively trying to not look directly at what this is because maybe you're scared. Maybe you don't want to believe that that's the truth or that's the case, right? And then that brings us to the reverse 4 of wands. And while the 4 of wands is normally a card as well about stability and having everything in order and the sense of harmony, in its reverse, it is this sense of like vigilance. This is something you kind of have to keep looking out for. It feels like you are almost purposely now trying to avoid looking the situation in the eyes. And the cards are like, but if you keep going down this path, you are going to constantly be walking around eggshells around the situation. You are constantly going to be aware of it, hyper vigilant of it even, but you are going to be actively trying to dance around it. And it's not healthy, right? It's not going to be helpful or, conducive to something beneficial for you if you feel like you have to constantly and carefully dance around the issue. I feel like that's something you kind of have to come to terms with, right? It's an imperfect piece. Sure, things are working out as long as you pretend they don't exist and you completely try to ignore everything to do with it. But how long can you do that for, right? How long can you keep kind of pretending and lying to yourself about the situation because you don't want to confront it? If I pretend everything's okay, then everything will be okay, can only work for so long. This can't be a long-term goal, Also, hi, Poppy. Welcome in. And then that brings us to your last two cards. Your Oracle card, which is fruit, right? Which is a card of achievement and success, right? You are a delicious piece of fruit. You are a juicy ass strawberry, right? You are sweet. You're a little fruity, which we which we like. But also I feel like you have to recognize that you have a lot more worth to yourself than maybe you realize. And it can be really difficult, I think, for you to come to terms with how much value you have, just inherently as a person, but you as a whole, I think, have such a genuine and sweet personality that you almost shove into the corner because you don't believe that you're worthy of the care and affection that people give you. Or you think it has strings attached, or you think, oh, well, it's not going to last because why would they want to stick with me? You're sort of projecting a lot of your insecurities, but you have so many wonderful things about you. You have the fruit of your success that can be garnered if you just recognize, that you are a bunch of freshly picked raspberries, bro. No homo. You're a bunch of freshly picked raspberries, tart and sweet, right? And then that brings us to your Yu-Gi-Oh card, which is Dark Zebra, right? If this is the only card in your control during your standby phase, it is automatically placed in the defense position. You cannot change the position of this card during the same turn. So there is this feeling of you are kind of on the defensive. You don't want to get people too close to you, because you feel like, you got to protect yourself. You got to keep yourself safe. But, you feel like maybe you're the only one kind of on the court that you can really trust. You feel like you're the only one on the field that you can rely on in this sense because you're the only one who knows the real you. Nobody else knows, what you're really like and all your dark, deep, like whatever, I'm complicated. I've got issues that people don't even realize. I'm broken inside. Everybody says that about themselves. Everybody. That's why I know you're thinking it, because everybody thinks that about themselves. Okay. Everybody thinks that they're too broken and to be loved. I think that's one of the most common lies that we tell ourselves. Is a dark zebra black with black stripes? No, a dark zebra in this case means it's an evil zebra. Dark meaning evil. So it's a normal black and white zebra, but it's got a unicorn horn, and he looks kind of like one of the members of Kiss. That's what his face looks like. He looks like the fifth member of Kiss. It's kind of crazy. But it feels like you're almost blatantly kind of ignoring what's in front of you out of fear because you feel like you're not good enough, is the TLDR. There's something right in front of you that's well within reach, but you're actively ignoring it and kind of shoving it down to the corner because you don't want to openly admit that that's the case because you feel like it's impossible because it's you. But what if I'm not? I don't know. That's what the cards are saying. Maybe they're wrong, but that is what they're saying. But I feel like a lot of times we kind of subconsciously put things under that maybe we don't realize. And by not, I mean not good enough. I don't think that's the case. I think you're plenty good enough. I think right now, maybe the person you need to focus on loving is yourself. Because once you gain some more appreciation for how wonderful of a person you are, then you'll finally trust that other people will see that too, right? Because other people do see it. Like I said, you have that 10 of coins at the very beginning. You have a whole bunch of people who care about you and who love you and who want to be there for you as a network for support. You know, realize you're not drawing all these people in through some sort of lie. They see you and they appreciate you and they care about you, you know? Well, so hi, Merciful. Welcome in. But yeah, I mean, I would say if you really feel like you're not good enough right now, if you really feel like there's no way things would work out because you're just simply not good enough, I would say the first steps then, if you want to pursue romance, would be to learn to romance yourself, which is probably going to be way harder than trying to romance another person at first. But I think when you finally learn to sort of romance yourself and see yourself in that sort of romantic light, it'll make it a lot easier for you to sort of come to terms with and face your feelings in this instance. You know? You gotta treat yourself. Take yourself out to dinner, you know? You gotta take care of yourself. Pamper yourself a little bit. Get a mani-pedi. Get like mimosas, you know? Get a haircut. Whatever it is that makes you feel fresh. I'm broke, I can't. I mean, you could give yourself a haircut. You could paint your own nails. That's what I did. I painted my own nails. I do that shit for free. It saves me money, but they're so cute and pretty. It's worth it. But I mean, just do something nice for yourself, even if it's just taking the time to take like a nice, long, relaxing shower and spending some you time, you know? Doing something for the sake of it makes you feel good, whatever the case that might be, you know? You don't have to spend money. But I think doing something with the explicit intent of doing it to treat yourself is something you can do. Like, it could be taking the time to, I mean, you could bake some more fucking focaccia bread. How good was that shit when you finished making it, you know? Or you could make yourself cookies. I actually recently bought the ingredients so I can make some chocolate chip cookies. Also, can't the hot water in my house is broke? Only ice cold showers for me? No. Oh my god, you have like the worst luck. I mean, maybe you can go up to your neighbor and be like, hey neighbor, can I use your hot water? Wink wink. Well, so hi CJ, welcome in. But just, you know, just whatever's within your means. Do something for the sake of doing it for yourself. Doing it because it brings you joy and it just makes you happy. Whatever the thing might be. Whether it's even just like taking the time to just sit down and enjoy, you know, some good music or a relaxing video game. You gotta have some proper you time, some you love. It's self-care, whatever the case that might be. So maybe you can't have the hot shower, the hot bath, or maybe you can't like go get a haircut or whatever the case might be, right? Like I said, you could bake some bread. You could do some skincare if you have the stuff at home already, or you could just lay down in bed, you know, with the lights low and listen to some music. Just sort of vibe out. Whatever the case might be, whatever makes you feel, I think, the most comfortable in your own skin. Whatever makes you feel the most like you, and you just sort of indulging in the moment. Maybe it's just making yourself the most banger ass cup of fucking coffee you've ever had. Whatever it is. Which, oh my god, speaking of, dude, I was buying some like groceries, and they had a promo from the grocery store, and the grocery store basically gave me free coffee creamer. Just straight up, just free coffee creamer with my order. And I was like, fuck yeah, brother. So I'm excited for it. It's like some like dairy free creamer. So it's like almond and coconut milk, I think, or something like that is what it said. But it's sweet cream flavor creamer, which is my personal favorite. I like the sweet cream creamer the best. I just feel like it's got like the perfect balance of like sweet and creamy, but it's not imparting any extra flavors in the coffee, so I'm still getting the coffee flavor. Yeah, for free. It was like a $5 creamer, and they were just like, yeah, it's free. You get one promo per person, but you get a free creamer. So I was like, hell yeah, brother, I'm getting the free creamer. Especially because I drink a decent bit of coffee. And also, creamer is really good when you're making French toast too. You get the egg, right? You get the egg. You add in, instead of milk and sugar, you add in a splash of creamer. And then you could add in a little bit of sugar too if you want. But the creamer makes for like the really good custard for making your French toast. So it's very multi-purpose. Yeah, there's a little life hack for you, you know. If you want to make some French toast and you don't have any milk, use coffee creamer if you've got coffee creamer. That's the best. That's the best. No way, new French toast hack. Yeah. I can recommend it. I've done it. But also make sure you put in a little pinch of salt too when you make the French toast. If you're making sweet French toast, still make sure you put in a little pinch of salt into your sweet custard for your French toast. The salt helps elevate and bring out the sweetness. The best thing the French did. But like, French toast isn't actually French. Why do we call it French toast? And the same way why do we call it French fries? Because they're not actually French. Why do we I'm about to Google this. Why are they called French fries? Oh, so they're Belgian, but Belgium, the official language of Belgian army was French. Okay, so they're Belgian. Yeah, but there you go. Isn't that crazy? Also, hi, Vortexiality, welcome in. It's because you French the bread. Creme brulee is the best thing the French did. Honestly, I do like a good creme brulee. When it was my birthday, I think it was actually it might have been my 18th birthday actually. Yeah, my 18th birthday. It was the summer right before college classes officially started, right? And our college had a special like promotional thing for like all of the freshmen. Basically included in the tuition was a trip to France, right? A trip to Paris for like 2 weeks. It was included in the tuition of the college, which is why I was able to go in the first place. But I got to go to France for like the week of my birthday because it just happened to align. That's when we were going, because it was like before all of the official classes in the semester started. We had like basically like a bonus early class that we could take with like different teachers, and I can't fully remember what the class was about. I just remember it was about like African American history as they migrated to France and their effects on the culture of France, especially in like the music scene, and like that's why like jazz and stuff like that was very popular in France at the time, is because a lot of former slaves were actually going to France as a way to escape America, and to gain newfound freedom. That was like what the class was about, right? So it was a cool class. But anyways, so because of that class, you know, we went to France, and it was my birthday, and we were at like a little restaurant, And I like kind of casually mentioned it. I didn't really say anything too specific, but the teacher heard. And we were at like a little tiny restaurant, and he told the staff, and they brought me a little creme brulee. A little creme brulee for my birthday, and they stuck a candle in a slice of baguette, so because there was no way to put the candle in the creme brulee. So they got like a slice of baguette and stuck a candle in it and put it next to the creme brulee for me. It was so cute. It was very, very cute. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, that was my 18th birthday. So I have very fond memories of creme brulee because I think about the little French restaurant with the creme brulee and the slice of baguette. My favorite artist is French, and I'm excited to go to her concert later this year. Ooh, that's exciting. That is exciting. But yeah, that was such silly, fond memories. Okay. But yeah, but now why do they call it French toast? Was it also because of Belgium? French toast got its current name through a grammatical error. Okay. Innkeeper Joseph French introduced the creation to America in 1724. He intended to name his creation French's Toast, but inadvertently left out the apostrophe and the S. The phrase French toast first appeared in print in 1871. Oh, so that's why it's called French toast. It's supposed to be French's toast. What an idiot. He fucked up his own name. Dumbass. Also, hi Jacob. Welcome in. My statement's still valid. What's your statement? What's your statement, huh? But yeah, that's fascinating. Now we know. So French fries are called that because the Belgian army spoke French, and they had the fried potatoes, right? So that's why they're called French fries. But French toast is not the same. It's actually a guy named Joseph French. That's crazy. That's crazy. Isn't that fucking wild? So neither French fries nor French toast are French. French influenced so much of modern English. That's true. Yeah, we have a lot of crazy words because of it. Okay, next up in the queue, we've got Gothosaurus. And Gothosaurus wants a love reading. So let's see what we got for you. Yeah, hi, Gothosaurus. Isn't that crazy though, that French toast and French fries are not actually from France? Isn't that fucked up? Isn't that fucked up? I feel like I've been lied to. And what's even funnier is I know for a fact we called them freedom fries for a while because we hated the French. But they weren't even French. They were Belgian. Isn't that fucked up? Let's see what we got for you for your love reading, Gothosaurus. Also, hi Jenny, welcome in. I love the sound of the shuffling cards. Yeah, it's very relaxing. Oh, if you want to join the queue, I'm not sure if we have any slots still open. We can see. All of them are currently claimed right now, Jenny. But you can see the queue up above, which I'll probably pin it for now. You can repin it with the new queue once it gets updated, by the way, Leonix. But that's the current queue. We go through them one at a time. If people disappear, then we raffle off their slots to somebody else in chat. So there's still a chance towards the end of stream that you could get a reading if somebody disappears. But yeah. We only called that in English. If I translated directly from French, they're just called fries, and French toast is golden bread. Oh. Oh my god, Cryo, you speak French? Oh my gosh. Bonjour. Je m'appelle Indy Dere. French is your mother tongue? Oh my gosh. I only know a little bit of French, because I lived in Louisiana. You live in Quebec? Ah, okay. I gotcha. Damn, it must be rough living in Quebec, dude. I hear Canadians don't like Quebecians, and I hear French don't like Quebecians. I hear it's rough out there. Are you okay, man? You got a shoulder to rely on? To be fair, though, the French don't like anybody. Any other language, when you know how to speak like a little bit of the language, you know, they get excited and they get really happy. They're like, oh yeah, you made a couple of mistakes, but you did so good. Wow, yeah, we're so happy that you learned to speak our language. And then French speakers, like from France, will be like, how fucking dare you? You just bastardize every single word you said. And it's like, actually, you said it pretty closely, but since you weren't perfectly fluent, they're like, you should, I think, be crucified to atone for the sin of speaking my language. The French can be really mean. This is from personal experience. The French can be really mean if you speak French. It isn't that bad. Well, I'm glad it's not that bad for you. But no, I've literally had adult men huff and roll their eyes in France when I tried to speak French. They're more open to people making an effort. Yeah, like I said, like it's specifically the people from France that I feel have that feeling. Most other people are really chill, especially like even like other French speakers. It's just French speakers who are native to France, I feel, have that issue with people who don't speak it perfectly and fluently. But you're from Quebec, which isn't France, it's Canada, so. So you got the Canadian blood still running through you, which makes you nicer. It softens you up. Alright, let's see what we got for you. Gothosaurus for your love reading. Let's grab, I believe you also have an Oracle card and a Yu-Gi-Oh card, yeah? Yeah, Oracle card and Yu-Gi-Oh card, okay. Also, welcome back, Shelly. Yeah. I was just double checking to make sure I wasn't missing any of your cards. This is your Oracle card. And now let's grab your Yu-Gi-Oh card. Welcome back, Sammy. I feel like we've gotten this Yu-Gi-Oh card for you before. Gothosaurus. This one's a very popular one. It tends to pop up a lot. Okay. Let's go ahead and pop these up on the screen for you. Starting with... There we go. All right. We've got all of the cards for you, Gothosaurus, for your love reading. So in order of left to right, we have the reverse Empress. We have the Nine of Cups. We have the reverse Knight of Cups. And then for your Oracle card, we have Hedge, like the hedge maze. And then for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have Uguchi. All right. Also, hi, Swordsman. Welcome in. How are you? So let's go ahead and start breaking this down for you, starting with the reverse Empress card. The Empress is normally a card of like creativity and wealth and warmth and the sense of like maternity, taking care of and nurturing others, right? In its reverse, it's kind of like an emotional blockage. Like you aren't as connected to your feelings and your instincts and your creativity, right? It can be kind of like an emotional or like a creative block. It's the sense of detachment. Like you aren't fully connecting with somebody else, right? We do also follow it up with the Nine of Cups, which is a card of self-reliance, self-reassurance, building things up for your own future. It's the sense of storing water for future droughts, right? So this feeling of taking care of yourself and building yourself up. So, you know, when things don't always go up according to how you'd like them to, you still have your secondary plan. You can still always rely on yourself to take care of you, right? That's kind of what the Nine of Cups is about, is trusting in yourself and your own ability to be there for you and to take care of yourself, right? So interestingly enough, it's kind of like more of a play of, it feels like you're having a bit of trouble connecting with other people, but the solution, ironically, is actually to take care of yourself. To focus on you is the best way for you to get closer to other people, which sounds crazy, but when you think about it in a different frame of reference, which let me sip some water quick. When you have all of your basic needs taken care of and you feel secure and you feel that sense of stability in knowing that you have things taken care of, it gives you a lot more freedom and a lot more of an ability to place more trust in other people, right? You don't have to worry as much or stress as much about how other people react or what they do or what they decide to act on or how they decide to do this or that, because you already know that you're good regardless. Even if things did fall through, you don't have to stress as much because you know you have backup plans. You already know that you can take care of yourself, right? So ironically, by putting yourself and your security and your stability at the forefront, it makes it much easier for you to develop these deeper connections with other people, because it makes it a lot easier for you to trust them, because you're not as stressed about, well, what if they betray me or what if things don't work out, because you got it taken care of, you know? You feel secure, you feel strong, right? And then that brings us to the Knight of Cups reversed. And while the Knight of Cups is somebody who's also very goal-oriented, very artistic, very imaginative, in its reverse, it's somebody who's maybe a bit too out of touch with reality, with the current situation. It can be somebody who gets maybe very easily jealous, whose emotions kind of run rampant in a sense that maybe you don't like. Maybe you don't like the kind of person you become when you don't feel as trusting towards your partner, because maybe you get really scared or worried, and maybe you kind of mentally you start blowing things out of proportion out of fear of the worst circumstances. And it feels like the best way for you to address this is to address the source of the problem, which is this feeling of insecurity. And not necessarily insecurity that you might consider for other people, but this insecurity of, it could be financial insecurity. You're less likely to trust a partner because you feel maybe financially reliant on them, or maybe you feel like they're going to leave you for somebody else, or whatever the case might be. But when you address the core situation, which is this sense of insecurity, it makes it a lot easier for you to trust them, because that's no longer holding you back. That's no longer constantly sort of nagging you in, the back of your head of, well, what if they do this and then I'm fucked? What if they do that and then I'm fucked? What if they do this and this and this but there's no real proof of it. It's just kind of the insecurity sort of gnawing at your brain, right? Like little brain worms. And that kind of brings us to your oracle card, which is hedge, right? Like bushes, which is potential, but also boundaries, and also indecision, unsure of where to go, feeling limited in your choices of where you can and cannot go. I feel like the best situation is for you to really attack things head on, in what exactly you want, what will make you feel secure, what will make you feel stable. And that feels especially resonant through your Yu-Gi-Oh card, which is Uguchi, right? Uguchi, this monster may attack your opponent's life points directly, right? Going straight to the source. What is the exact problem in attacking it directly? You don't need to, I think, dance around the issues. You kind of know what's bothering you, the things that get you anxious, the things that get you really worried. And sometimes the best thing to do is to take a step back and focus on what you can do for yourself to make you feel like you are the most at ease, that you are the most comfortable. And then it makes it a lot easier for you to give that trust to other people, because that's what relationships are about. They are a sense of trust and reliance. But if you're struggling to survive and you're struggling to just push through and make it through life, obviously it's going to be really difficult for you to trust other people, because even the smallest of betrayals can sting and fuck up your life really badly. Somebody who is secure doesn't have to worry as much if things fall through or don't go according to plan, because they've got backups, they've got a safety net, right? So I think the cards are kind of reassuring you, like, maybe now's the time for you to focus on building up your safety net, so you have the opportunity to give more trust to people and to build something stronger in terms of love, But I hope that helps, Gothosaurus. Fingers crossed. Yeah, no problem. Next up, we've got Marsh. Marsh, are you here? Did Marsh disappear? I think Marsh might have disappeared. Okay, we're gonna skip Marsh for now. We'll come back to them. And if by the second call they still don't answer, then we'll raffle off their slot. But for now, we're gonna come back to them. Jenny, I told you it's a redeem. It's a redeem. We have the slots are currently taken at the moment, so we're going through. But there might be a raffle slot. Yeah. Yeah, we're just currently going through them right now. Sorry if there's any confusion. Okay, but let's see. Next up we have... Next up is Nugget. All right. Nugget, are you here? Hi, Nugget. Hi. And Nugget wants a general reading. I got you. Sorry, I was getting foods. No worries, no worries. No problem. And you want the, yeah, the full big spread with the 3 Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I got you, I got you. So Nuggets general reading. Being the top rated snack has its perks with indie. Well, you paid for the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Of course I want to give them to you. And you paid for everybody else's Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so of course I want to give them to you. Less of a general reading and more of what do the cards have to say. I gotcha, I gotcha. Well, let's see, what do the cards have to say to you, Nugget? What do they feel like you need to hear right now? Okay. Now let's grab your oracle card. Also, welcome back, Sammy. This money could go to easily to other things for sure, but I prefer to support my friends. Yeah, I always appreciate it. It's really, really sweet, and it helps a lot. So I do really appreciate it. Thank you always, for all of you, for all of your support. Both monetary and non-monetary. I appreciate all forms of the support you guys give me. Let's grab your Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And then we'll put the spread up on the screen for you. Gosh. Okay. Well, we got 3 of the cards for the Yu-Gi-Oh cards for you. So let's go ahead. I need to grab the definitions for these. Honestly, the fact that you got both of these together, two of these three cards, is very, very fitting. And then let's grab... And then let's also grab... Okay. Now... No, you didn't get the tower. You're good. You're good. Let's go ahead and put these cards up on the screen for you. Starting with... There we go. Alrighty. I meant to ask, what song were you going to cover? Oh, are you talking about when I was mentioning, like, haphazardly that I was having some trouble? Some trouble with trying to learn how to sing Korean. It's because I was trying to learn how to sing Ruler of Your Heart, or Ruler of My Heart, from Alien Stage. I like, whenever I do covers for songs, I like learning the original language for the song. So that's why my other cover songs, they're in Japanese, because that's the original language for the songs. But Ruler of My Heart, I also wanted to learn, and that's in Korean. I don't really have too much experience with singing Korean or speaking Korean. I at least have some experience with speaking Japanese and like hearing Japanese, because I've been watching anime and singing Annie songs for like over 10 years. So it's a little bit more of an experience for me, and it's a little bit easier. But I've been learning the lyrics to Ruler of My Heart. So that is one of the ones I want to try and do, because one of my New Year's resolutions is I wanted to have 2 songs out. I wanted to make 2 songs, one of which is out, which is my original song, but I still want to put out at least one more cover song by the end of the year. So that's my thing. Yeah, thanks so much, Shelly, for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Be sure to take care. Yeah. Insert Inuyasha request here. Well, I have a whole page of songs that I eventually want to cover one day in my notebook. So we'll see. But I have, like I said, I want to say like 20 or 30 songs written down of like, I'd love to cover this one day. Thank you. Yeah, my fingers are crossed. Sadly, I didn't win the free raffle for the song mixing, so that means I won't be able to get a free cover song. I'll still have to pay for it out of pocket. I feel like that's one of the main things that also is a little difficult, is it does cost money to get good quality cover songs out for you guys. It costs, for the person I go to, which is fairly reasonable, pretty cheap price, it's still like $70 to get the song mixed and stuff, from like the original vocals and everything. So yeah, we'll keep putting goals on Ko-Fi and we'll keep hitting them. yeah. Well, there's like one thing, if I want to be able to make a cover song to be able to put on my Spotify, it's going to be more expensive, because they would have to basically remake the instrumental for it. If it's one that I can't monetize, right, like my usual cover songs I don't monetize, those are cheaper to make because I'm not monetizing them, so it's personal use to sing a cover using the original instrumental, which is probably what I'd be doing with Ruler of My Heart. But if I wanted to do a cover song of a specific song, but I also want to be able to monetize it, you know, put it on my Spotify with my original song, that would be closer to about like $450. It's definitely a bit more expensive. So $70 versus $450, kind of a big leap. It's understandable though. They're all reasonably priced. It's just, it can be expensive, I think, for the projects I want to make. It costs money. It costs money to make the things I want to make, which is why I try to save money where I can by drawing everything myself, right? I draw a lot of my own art. I draw a lot of my own assets. I draw my own model. I make my own Twitch panels. I make my own icon. I make, you know, all of the art aspects I try to save money on by drawing myself versus commissioning other artists, because that money I want to spend on other projects. Yeah, I guess that sort of mixing will sound better than us beatboxing, humming in the backtrack badly. That would be a lot of fun though. That would be a blast. That'd be pretty cute. Maybe maybe if April Fool's Day didn't already pass, maybe we'll set that up for next year's April Fools. We'll drop a track. Fully a cappella, the Dreamer Cottage of beatboxing. I think that'd be fun. I love your reading. Aw, thank you. Okay, gang, we're starting a choir. Yeah. Okay. So let's start breaking down this reading for you, Nugget, in order of left to right. For your tarot cards, we have the Ten of Cups, we have the Fool, and we have the reverse Three of Wands. And then for your Oracle card, we have B, like a bumblebee. And then for your Yu-Gi-Oh cards, we have Dark Magician Girl, Dark Magician, and Change of Heart. So what I thought was so interesting was the fact that you got both Dark Magician Girl and Dark Magician, right? And so that was the thing that sort of caught my eye, was the fact that you had both of them together in your pool, right? But we'll dive more into that in a sec. Let's first go through your tarot cards, starting with the Ten of Cups, right? The Ten of Cups is a card of pipe dreams. It's a card of happy fantasies. It's all of the things that you're looking forward to and you're dreaming about, right? It's all of the blissful, happy fantasies that you are looking forward to in life, the things that are motivating you to keep moving forward towards the future, because this is what you're imagining your future to be. And we're following it up with the Fool, which is really interesting because the Fool is somebody at the start of their journey, at the very beginning, before they go through the whole story of the major arcana, going through all of the encounters and everything like that. This is somebody who has the freedom to sort of go in any direction, but also this is sort of the beginning, right? Also, hi Condorcito, welcome in. So we have this sense of like, this is a new beginning for you. This is something exciting. The path can take you kind of almost anywhere, and you're excited to see where the wind blows you, and maybe you're kind of already dreaming of where you'll land at, where you'll go. But we also follow this up with the reverse Three of Wands, which is a little bit of a warning card. Because the reverse Three of Wands is like, hey, it's great that you're dreaming. It's great that you're excited for the future, but don't count your chickens before they hatch. Do not assume everything is set in stone until you see it set in stone, right? Don't assume things are a done deal until they've gone through, right? Otherwise, life happens. Things trip up, things can change, and it can make some things awkward. It can trip you up in the future if you keep moving forward without making sure you've taken the precautions you need to make sure that everything's set down and set in place, right? If you assume that everything is a done deal before it's confirmed, that could bite you in the ass later when things eventually fall through. Just make sure everything is fully carried out through to the end before you move on to the next step. That's what the reverse Three of Wands is make sure everything has finished its course before you move on to the next step, before assuming that things are done when they're not. Just in case, small issues arise or things pop up that you need to take care of, right? And then for your oracle card, we have Bee, like a bumblebee, which is a card of community, cooperation, and sweetness, right? So there is the sense of like reliance on other people, trusting others, building that sense of community with people you care about, with people you trust, understanding that you can't do everything alone, and that's okay, because nobody's expecting you to do this all by yourself, right? They want you to trust in and rely on them as much as they trust in and rely on you, right? It's through this cooperation and this community that you've built that you're able to keep moving forward. So I think trust a little more in the people around you that care for you, and let them help you as you sort of navigate through these changes and you navigate through this life of yours, right? And that feels especially prominent because of your Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like I said, you have both the Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl, right? You have both of them together. They're a pair, right? Dark Magician, the ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense. Dark Magician Girl gains 100 attack for every Dark Magician or Magician of Black Chaos in the graveyard, right? You need both of them to gain the full potential of what's going on here, right? It's when they are both there together, they rely on each other. They are built to be together, right? Dark Magician Girl is not going to be as powerful without Dark Magician in your deck. You need these other people around you in order to help bring you out to your full potential, just as much as they need you in order to help bring them to their full potential. Don't be afraid to rely on other people and to let other people help you, especially through difficult situations, especially through new paths and new roads that you're taking, right? Also, oh my god, Vivi, it's been a whole year, Vivi. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the 1 year, Vivi. Thank you, thank you. Holy shit. That's so crazy. And then we have, finally, Nugget, for your last card, we have Change of Heart, right? And Change of Heart is target one monster your opponent controls and take control of it until the end phase. I think you have more power to exert over the situation than you realize. You have the opportunity to fully take control of what you want in order to push yourself forward, and you have people that you can rely on who want to help you as well, right? I think the key thing here is to just realize you are not alone. You are not fighting this battle alone. You are not exploring this new path all by yourself. You have people around you who are there to support you, who are there to care for you, who are there every step of the way. And I think just remember and rely on them when you can, because that's what they're there for. But also, even your adversaries, I think you have a chance to influence them in more ways than maybe you realize. Something to also keep in mind is that fact, is that you can even affect your enemies. So use that to your advantage. But yeah, it feels like you're on a new journey, a new path for yourself, but just remember that you are not alone on this path, and I think you'll do well. There you go, Nugget. I hope that helps. Fingers crossed. But it is, like I said, it is very, very interesting that you got both Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl in that reading, because I shuffled the cards pretty well. It's time to close one chapter and open another. Yeah. And bring along the people that care about you most. Time for me to sippy sippy. Do you have any tea? I do have tea in my pantry. But I'm probably gonna make coffee once I get off a stream. But I do have a decent selection of tea. I know the deeper meaning of those 3 cards. Oh, well then there you go. I mean, there's only so much that I can sort of glean from it, but that was something that stood out to me, was the fact that you had both Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl did stick out to me, and I felt it was relevant to sort of point it out to you. But I feel like if you sort of understand yourself what those 3 cards are implying, I feel like that's even better. If you know what those cards are trying to tell you, then I think that's even better. Because when I was asking the cards, I was just like, what do they need to tell you? And sometimes I don't fully understand everything that they're trying to tell you because I don't know all of the very detailed intricacies of your own individual life, right? I was presented a choice, an attempt, and I had to choose one or the other. Oh, it sounds complicated, but it sounds like you also made a choice that you don't regret, which I think is the best choice you can make for yourself, you know? Next up, we have Sammy. Sammy, are you here? Also, hi. Jules, how are you? What's going on? What's poppin'? Stay nice and refreshed. Alright, Sammy, are you here? Sammy? Sammy might have disappeared. Alright. I think we're gonna skip Sammy for now, and we will come back to them later. So next up after Sammy is Magikarp. Magikarp, are you here? Mexican Magikarp. I'm doing good. In pain, but doing good. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you're in pain though, but I hope you feel better. I came back just as I hear my name. Oh my gosh, perfect timing. Divine intervention, if you will. It's your turn, Magikarp. And you just put, I'll think of them when we get to it. So what would you like for your reading, Magikarp? Did you know Magikarp can leap over a mountain using Splash? Like, I mean, how tall of a mountain are we talking? Like tiny? Like 2 feet tall? I can't imagine Magikarp can leap that high. I don't know. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Luck reading is a thing. Well, I need to see how my next week will go. Yeah. We can see how your next week's looking if you want. It can though? Can it really? I'm about to Google this. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Oh my gosh. Abstract in the Gen 5 Pokedex entry for Pokemon Magikarp, it is stated that a Magikarp can jump over mountains using the move Splash. This is a Pokemon move that does 0 damage in the game. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hence why it turns into Gyarados. Oh. Wow. That's pretty neato. That's pretty neato. Good to know, good to know. We're learning so much today. This is such an educational stream. Alright, well, let's see what we got for your reading. Magikarp. So when are you going to transform? When are you going to evolve? Or are you always going to be Mexican Magikarp and never Mexican Gyarados? Is it strange I know all of this is the Magikarp guide? No, I didn't say it was strange. I don't think it's strange that you know that. I didn't know that. I just like to verify the facts, you know? You gotta always fact check, you guys. You can't just believe everything you read off the internet. Too bad it won't describe how tall of a mountain, but it's cool. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Or are you holding like one of those stones or whatever that prevents you from evolving, Magikarp? Is that what it is? Fun fact, it jumps up a mountain in the original Pokemon Snap. Oh, that's pretty fun. And it evolves? Oh, that's cool. That's actually a very cool way to evolve. Yeah, our boy's packing an Everstone. That's what it's called. I knew that it was like a stone that you hold that prevents you from evolving, but I couldn't remember what it was called. An Everstone. Okay, okay. I know a little bit about Pokemon. I know a little bit. Also, hi, Sammy. Welcome back. We skipped you because you didn't answer, but once I do this reading for Magikarp, we'll do the reading for you next, Sammy, okay? But welcome back. But I would believe everything you say, Indy, on the internet. What misinformation should I spread to you then? I need some good misinformation, chat. But yeah, Wuthering Waves patch coming up next week, and I want to see how well the week will go. I already know the cards will roast my love life. Aww. Oh my god, yeah, the Wuthering Waves patch, but also Infinity Nikki patch is coming out in like 3 days, which I'm so hyped for. It's the 1.5 update for Infinity Nikki, and people have been hinting that it's very possible that we might be getting the housing update for Infinity Nikki soon, which is going to be super, super fucking exciting, so I really, really hope so. I don't know if we're going to get it or not, but apparently they're doing the live stream later tonight, actually. So, I'll see. I'll see when they announce it. But yeah, I started playing more Wuwa as well. It took me forever to remember what my account login was for Wuthering Waves, but I logged in. I've been playing more of that. I've also been playing Star Rail, because it's the 2-year anniversary of Star Rail as well. So what we got for you? Magikarp. And now let's grab your Oracle card. Get back in my hand. There we go. I hope you have the Lucky 7 card in your Yu-Gi-Oh deck. I don't think I do, actually. Got any plans for this remaining month? My current plans for this month are to finish the last commission I have that's due at the end of this month, as well as make the ASMR video for this month, and then start working on next month's commissions. That's the current plans for for this month. What an interesting card to get for your Oracle card. All right, now let's see what we get for your Yu-Gi-Oh card. Also, hi Alicia, welcome in. Oh fuck, I just dropped so many of these. Oh god. No, get back in my hand. No, stop it. You're falling. Stop it, get in my hand. Okay, we're good. I got him back. That bottom Yu-Gi-Oh card is calling me. We'll see what it is. If you want, I'll pull from the bottom of the deck rather than the top, if that's what you feel like, that bottom Yu-Gi-Oh card. Oh. I would say the heart of the cards. You'll see how your heart of the cards did. We pulled from the bottom card for you. Okay, we've got all of the cards for you, Magikarp, for your luck reading for next week. So let's go ahead and put these up on the screen, starting with there we go. Alrighty, you've got all of the cards for you for your luck reading for next week. So in order of left to right, we have the Empress, we have the Knight of Cups, we have the reverse Death card. Then for your Oracle card, we have Moth. And then for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have the Winged Dragon of Ra. So let's go ahead and start breaking these down for you, starting with the Empress, right? The Empress is a card of creativity and wealth. It's leading you forward, it's taking you charge, but it's also sort of nurturing you and caring for you, right? It really is Tarot to Friday. Yeah, the stream starts on Thursday, so that's why I count it as Tarot Thursday. But technically it's Tarot Thursday and Friday morning. But there is this feeling of overflowing creativity. It feels like you are really pumped for what's to come, and it's sort of pushing you forward in that sense, right? And that's kind of funny, the reverse Death card and the Winged Dragon of Ra having the whole revive, reborn thing. Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We follow it up with the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is somebody who has a goal in mind. They have an idea of exactly what they want, and they are willing to charge forward to get it, right? Somebody who is very artistic, very imaginative, but very goal-oriented and ready to move forward towards their dreams and towards their love. Maybe, this is in terms of charging forward and pulling on the gotcha system, trying to get that character you want to come home, right? Whatever the case might be. You're excited, you're hyped, and you're ready. But we have the reverse death card, which is a little bit of a warning not to fall into bad habits, right? While the death card is a card of rebirth and letting go of the past and transforming yourself, in its reverse, this is a card warning you not to fall back into the loop, right? It's very easy to fall into a loop and to have a sort of painful reminder of bad habits coming back to kick you in the ass, right? And in this case, it feels almost like a warning. Be careful not to get too crazy, right? Keep your eye on the prize and don't go too crazy far from it, right? And that feels especially so because of your oracle card, which is moth, which immediately makes me think of a moth to a flame. It's a bright, shiny light. It's beautiful. It's warm. But if you get too close, you are going to get burned, right? There's mystery, there's concealment, there's illusion. It feels like the cards are warning you to be careful, right? And to me, this feels like you are going to get an initial victory and you are going to ride the high off of this initial victory and try to keep pushing to try and get more and more victory, and you are going to burn yourself up. This is what it feels like to me. This is what it reads as. Especially because we do have the winged dragon of Ra, right? Spirits sing of a powerful creature that rules over all that is mystic. To me, this reads like you're going to get a really good pool that is going to lure you in, and then your luck is going to be really fucking ass after that. This is what it sounds like to me. If we're interpreting this in the sense of gotcha, it sounds like you're going to get one of the things you want. Maybe it's the character. You pull the character and you're like, fuck yeah, I got the character. And now you're like, you know, that was such good luck. That was so amazing. I'm gonna pull to get their weapon. And then your luck is ass with the weapon. And it just doesn't come home. And you think, well, let me keep trying. Let me put in a couple more bucks. Let me just spend a little bit of money. I'm gonna get it. And it doesn't come home. You probably fail the 50-50 or something. Whatever the case is, it feels like it lures you in with something good, but to be careful, because that initial good thing is going to end up sort of dragging you into a really bad habit. So it's like, be careful. Don't get too greedy. Don't lose sight of what's most important to you. The irony of losing the weapon on a guaranteed weapon banner. Oh, that's right. Wuwa does have guaranteed weapon banner. I forgot about that. Because I'm so used to fucking Star Rail, dude. I lost the 50-50 on the weapon banner in Star Rail. I got Casterus. And so I've been pulling on her weapon banner after I got her. Because I got her pretty early. And I lost the 50-50 on the weapon banner. Yeah, I did. So just be careful. Be careful not to fall into the hole. Whatever the case might be. It's okay, dear. I've lost weapons twice before on Honkai Star Rail, yeah. It's so unfair. I just want the pretty weapon. I just want the pretty light cone to go with them. But Casterus is so broken, dude. Holy shit. Like, this is setting a dangerous precedent for gacha characters to have permanent global buffs account wide, not even just like on the team, but like just owning them on your account, giving a buff. That is going to create some insane ass power creep and FOMO, which is going to make it a lot harder, especially for older characters, to get a rerun. Because why the fuck would you rerun for an older character when you can just wait for the rerun for the character that just owning one copy of it, not even using on your team, gives you an insane revive buff for your team? Like, that's insane. That's crazy. Like, holy shit. I don't think that should be allowed. Personally, I feel like that's way too OP of a buff to have for a single character in a turn-based like fucking RPG game. I feel like that's too much personally, but I got her, so I'm a pawn of the system. What can I say? A cog in the wheel of the machine, if you know what I mean. But yeah, just be careful. Just be careful not to get too caught up in things, because it feels like maybe some old bad habits might slip out When things go initially according to plan, feels like you'll slip into a state that makes it hard for you to slip out of, whatever the case that might be. So it's like, just be careful that you don't fall back into old bad habits when things initially go well for you. Because it sounds like there will be some good things happening for you, but it's like, be careful not to let that cloud the potential for danger lurking in the bottom. Yeah, gamble responsibly. If you are going to gamble, gamble responsibly. I play Woowa for free. I'm free to play. I have not spent any money on Woowa. I have not spent any money on Honkai Star Rail. I'm free to play on Star Rail, right? I have spent money on Genshin, and I have spent a little bit of money on Infinity Nikki. I spent like $20 on Infinity Nikki. So, we're not going to talk about how much money I've spent over the years on Genshin Impact. I want to say like $250, maybe $300 on Genshin. We're not going to talk about it. But Infinity Nikki, I've only spent like 20, and then Star Rail, and ZZZ and Woowa, I have not spent any money on, so I am free to play on those. So just be careful, you know, gamble responsibly. I usually try to play free to play, but Infinity Nikki, I decided to go ahead and break my free to play on Infinity Nikki, just so I could get the daily gems, basically the daily diamonds. But I do try to be fiscally responsible. I don't usually spend money on microtransactions. I try to avoid microtransactions for the most part. So I don't buy pools. I don't buy like the Stellarite or whatever, in order, wherever they call it, the jades, in order to buy pools directly. But yeah, just be careful, be safe, you know. If you are gonna gamble responsibly. Be careful. If you feel like you're going into a loop, into a place you don't like, it's okay to take a step back, to take a breather, okay? It's all gonna be daijobu. It's just PNGs. It's just digital titties, all right? It'll be okay. You will find a bunch of artists drawing those titties out for free online. You don't need to pay to own the character, all right? You can look up the porn of that character for free. That's the beauty of the internet, baby. That is the beauty of the internet. But yeah, hopefully that helps, Magikarp. Give you some insight for next week. Pinkies crossed. Alrighty, next up, we've got Sammy. And Sammy, what did you want for your reading? Yeah, you just gotta be safe. Hello, Sammy? What do you want for your reading, Sammy? I see you. Did Sammy disappear again? It's okay. Alright, well... so far we've temporarily skipped Marsh. I think we'll probably skip Sammy again, because Sammy has disappeared again for some reason. And let's see who's next in queue. Next up is Cryo. Oh, there you are. There you are, Sammy. You took so long to respond. I was wondering where you were. Okay. Okay, well, Cryo's up next on board after Sammy then. Okay. Don't worry, you're here now, Sammy. Alright, what do you want for your reading, Sammy? I wanted to catch the past couple of tarot streams. I've always been busy. It's okay. It'd be that way. I was looking at TikTok, my bad. SMH, SMH. Thanks for the reading. Currently working on a deck. Ooh, yeah. Love reading? I got you. Okay. Love reading for Sammy. Let's see what we got for you. I said it is 1 a.m. and I have a long day tomorrow, so I'll catch you later. Yeah, take care, Zelfar. Sweet dreams. I hope you sleep well. I was scrolling in memes and Super Broly is so cute. Oh my gosh. Moe Super Broly from Dragon Ball? The only Broly art I immediately think of is the one with his cheeks out. Like where he's like squatting and his like cheeks are like two perfect spheres. That's the only image that pops into my head now when I hear Broly, dude. It's the only one I can think of. That image is iconic. AI could never, dude. AI could literally never make something as iconic as that. That was crafted with love, dude. Not Broly from DBZ. Oh. You're so real for that. It's all I could think of. That's like the mental image associated with Broly now. It's like overwritten everything else in my head when it comes to Broly. It's just that image of him squatting with his ass out. Let's see what we got for you. And now let's grab your Yu-Gi-Oh card. Okay, we're currently doing Sammy's reading, and then after Sammy is Cryo. And then after Cryo is Spicy Palm. And then after Spicy Palm is you, Poppy. And then I believe after Poppy we might be all caught up with everybody else. Yeah. Is Leonix here? Leonix, are you here, Leonix? So we got for your love reading. That's an interesting Yu-Gi-Oh card to get for this reading. Alrighty. Well, we've got all of the cards for you, Sammy. So let's go ahead and put them up on the screen, starting with... Also, give you best wishes on the comms. You got this one. Yeah, I'm almost done. I have one more VGen comm that's due for the 30th. And then I want to finish up Oka's Shimeji comm for Sunshu. And then I've got like 3 comms that are due by like May 5th, roughly. They're like kind of in between. They're like a little bit staggered. And they'll have like a little bit more breathing room to work on the other ones afterwards. But yeah, I try to space them out so I have plenty of time to work on all of them. But I still have like a week to finish the one comm that's officially due by the end of this month, which I feel like shouldn't be an issue at all. And that'll probably give me time to start working on those other comms that are due as well in the early May. But then I also want to make the ASMR roleplay video because I gotta believe, because one of my other New Year's goals, along with making the 2 songs, the cover song and the original song, that was one of my New Year's resolutions. One of my other New Year's resolutions is I wanted to put out at least one ASMR roleplay video every month. So I gotta stay true and I gotta hold it tight and I'll make sure I put out another roleplay video by the end of this month to keep up with my New Year's resolution. Also, hi, Electrifying. Also, hi, Marsh. Welcome back. Oh my god, another Shimadere summoned. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was putting up this one up on here for you. To pace yourself? Yeah, I'm doing my best. I try to take breaks, you know, focus on other things. That's why I'm playing like 3 different gacha games in between, because sometimes you need a little break. So I'll do my dailies in Infinity Nikki, work a little bit on commissions, take a break to do my dailies in Star Rail, work on commissions some more, catch up on new episodes of my seasonal anime, work on commissions, right? Then I'll then I'll log into Woowa and play some more of the update in Woowa, then work on commissions. And then the time kind of spread out between those is either streaming or eating or sleeping. So I'm covering my ground, you know. I love you, Reed, so much. Thank you so much, Jenny. I appreciate you. Very sweet. And then the last card we have is... There we go. Alright. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Jenny. I hope things get better for you. My fingers are crossed for you. I hope things get easier. Alright. So. Yeah, we'll probably still have a raffle slot towards the end of stream. So there's a chance you'll be able to snag a reading. So in order of left to right, we have Strength card. We have the reverse 5 of coins, and we have the Page of Swords. And then for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, Sammy, we have Dragged Down into the Grave, which is a very interesting card to have in a love reading. For sure, a very interesting card to have in a love reading. Dragged Down into the Grave. So let's go ahead and start breaking this down for you, starting with the Strength card. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Strength card is sort of a reassurance card. Right off the back, it's a bit of a reassurance card to you. A reminder that you have the strength to get through anything. You have the fortitude, the ability to endure through whatever life throws at you, whatever challenges are thrown your way, presented to you. You have the ability to make it through, right? This is proof of your character. So the strength card right off the bat is like, no matter what rough things happen, just know you're strong enough to make it through. That's how we're starting off, which very interesting reading to start off with. But then we followed up with the reverse 5 of coins. And the reverse 5 of coins is a card of trial by fire, right? A 5 of coins is normally like a card of like misfortune or hardship. In its reverse though, it's like for a reason. It's not just shit sucks just to suck. This is a shit sucks in order to give you the potential to push yourself forward, right? This is giving you the opportunity to learn and grow, right? This is the chance for your inner power to sort of become unlocked through the experience and knowledge you gain through a situation that isn't super great, right? So as much as things are not looking super great, this is a card that's like, hey, but it's for a reason. It's not struggling for no reason. It's not shit going down for zero reason. There is at least something coming out of this, right? Not just something, right? We'll take it. But shit seems kind of tough. It seems a bit difficult at the moment. We also followed up with the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is somebody who's very charismatic, very much like a diplomat, very good with people, a charmer. It feels to me like maybe you get caught up in somebody who is very good at dealing with people and kind of maybe a little bit manipulative. But it feels like as much as this sucks that you kind of get caught up in this person's web, this is a good opportunity for you to learn how to recognize these signs and how to recognize these patterns in order to break yourself free so you don't fall for it again in the future in a much more dangerous scenario. It's like a vaccine, right? You give a really small, weak dosage of something, right, to somebody so their body recognizes and takes note of what those characteristics are, so when they encounter the real thing, they can fight it off much easier in a safer way. It's kind of like that. So to me, this feels like you're probably going to run into somebody in terms of love who's maybe a bit manipulative, maybe a bit toxic, maybe a bit of a red flag. And in that relationship with this person, that's when you're going to kind of come to realize, oh, these are things I should look out for. Oh, these are things that are not healthy. This is not conducive to a healthy relationship. I should take note of this. And then the strength card again reassuring you, you have the strength to get out of this. You have the strength to move forward. You don't need this person. It sucks that it happened, but it was ultimately for the best because now you know to avoid this type of person in the future, right? And that feels especially so sort of tied in with your Yu-Gi-Oh card, which is dragged down into the grave, right? Both players reveal their hands and each chooses one card from their opponent's hand, and then you discard the chosen card from both players' hands. Then both players draw one card. So this feels like this is a little bit messy, but it's ultimately a learning experience for you both to potentially become better people. So in terms of love, this feels like this is a really messy, short-lived, quick break before you realize you are two completely different people and also maybe learn something about yourselves. And maybe you both grow as people and become different, but ultimately this was kind of a doomed to fail relationship, but not doomed to fail for nothing. It's doomed to fail, but for the sake of both of you. Both of you improve because of this. Both of you get better because of this. Both of you gain wisdom from this. It was not a net loss, is kind of what the cards are saying. But it is gonna suck. It is gonna be messy. It is gonna be wild. But you'll get through it. You'll get through it. This is a chance for you to grow. So, take that as you will, Sammy. Sounds like you got a whirlwind kind of heading your way. But there you go. I hope that helps, Sammy. Fingers crossed. Okay, next up is Cryo. Thank you, and yeah. Yeah, I believe in you. I believe in you, Sammy. And Cryo's still here, right, Cryo? I am here and ready. Nice, perfect. And Cryo asked, how is my professional life going to go? Okay, so like a career reading. I got you. Let's see what we got for your career reading, Cryo. Let's see what we got for your career reading, Cryo. Okay. And now let's grab your Yu-Gi-Oh card. Oh my god, you got my favorite fella in the Yu-Gi-Oh deck. My favorite. Okay, let's go ahead and put him up on the screen. Starting with... There we go. Okay. We've got all of the cards for you, Cryo, for your career reading. So, in order of left to right, we have the Five of Cups, we have the Four of Wands, and we have the Page of Wands. And then for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have Big Koala. I love Big Koala. He is my favorite. He's just a fella. He's eating trees like broccoli. I love him. I love Big Koala so much. Okay. But let's go ahead and start breaking this down for you, starting with the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a card of recognizing that you are enough. It's a breakaway from your dependency on other people and understanding that you yourself are enough, that you can do what you need to do. You have the power, you have the ability. You don't need the other people to do all of these things for you, because you have the strength yourself to make it happen, right? The Five of Cups is a card of recognizing your own abilities, but it's also a card of the return to happiness, right? The sense of humility and joy from recognizing what you're capable of. That's what the Five of Cups is about. We also followed up with the Four of Wands, which is a card of stability and warmth and a house in order, right? There's the sense of things finally feel like they're starting to come together. It feels like things are starting to make sense. You're starting to get the hang of things. It feels like finally, things are where they should be. Things feel like they're starting to maybe slot into place. You can see the plant here is Frig's grass, which was often used and stuffed into mattresses to help ward off insects, right? So it's this way of protecting yourself and keeping yourself safe from any pests that might try to get in your way or try to bother you, right? It's this sense of protection, keeping yourself safe, but also moving forward into a place that you can kind of call home that feels more natural for you. We also followed up with the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is somebody at the start of a new journey, right? This is a new beginning for you. Maybe you don't have as much experience, but you're excited to see where things take you as you learn and as you grow, right? It's a messenger, a dreamer, but it's also somebody full of passion, ready to achieve their enlightenment as they go forward, right? Because wands are all about fire, and fire is all about your passions. So to me, this feels like new beginnings for you. Maybe you've just recently started a new job and it feels like you're starting to get the hang of it. You're starting to recognize your own ability, your own potential. You realize like, oh fuck, like I can do this. I can make this shit happen. I can find a way to feel secure and stable and to take care of myself. This is kind of something I'm good at. This is something I can handle, right? I just need maybe a little bit more experience to really get my hands on things, but it feels like things are maybe starting to click, right? That's what it feels like to me. And then for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have Big Koala, a species of huge des koala. He's meek, but people are afraid of him because he's very powerful. To me, this feels like it can be interpreted in a number of ways. But to me, it feels like you're just a little guy. You're just a little guy. You're learning. But you're ready to grow. You're ready to see where you go. There's a lot of power and potential that maybe other people are seeing that maybe you're not fully seeing for yourself. But maybe you're starting to get the hang of. You're starting to maybe start to process, to understand other people's perspective of what you're capable of what your power is, right? But also, you're still baby. You're still baby. You're still learning. You're still trying to get a hang of things. You can also think of it in the sense of like big koala, maybe to outsiders seems really scary, but is a sweetheart, right? He's just eating his trees like broccoli. He's having a good time. He's just a big boy, but he's baby. He's baby big boy. I love Big Koala so much. He's literally my favorite card. I want to cry when I see him because I love him so much. But it is this feeling of somebody who is starting to find the place where they slot in, where they feel like they are capable, where they feel like they have the strength to pursue and make things their own and to set things up for themselves, to make their house a home, right? There is a sense of excitement as you move forward in your journey to learn more about what you can and to grow and to build. So overall, for a career reading, I would say this is really good. It feels like you're maybe starting to find your niche. You're starting to find, what drives you and what pushes you forward, and also maybe what your skill set is, what your strengths are. It feels like are finally starting to come to the surface, and you gain that newfound sense of confidence as you move forward, right? That's what it feels like to me. So overall, I'd say this is a pretty banger career reading for you, Cryo. Sounds like things are going pretty good. So I'm very excited for you. Yeah. I hope that helps. I've been on my job for over 20 years, but now I'm on sick leave because of professional exhaustion. I'm happy to know it'll all be okay. Yeah, I think you've got a lot of things going for you. And it feels like the cards are also kind of reassuring you of like you have a strength and a skill set that is very powerful skill set. And I think when you recognize your own abilities and your own strength, it makes it that much easier for you to take the rest you need because you know that you are needed, right? So I'd say take that breather, take in that fresh air, you know, relax, reset, and you'll come in stronger than ever because you have that sense of reliance on yourself, that you're strong enough, you can do it, you know? I believe in you, Cryo. You got this. Okay, next up is Spicy Palm. Spicy Palm, are you here? Yeah, of course, Cryo. I hope it helps. My fingers are crossed for you. Let things go well. And a swift recovery as well. Yep, hi, Spicy Palm. And Spicy Palm wants a friendship reading. Okay, friendship reading. Let's see what we got for you. Can I change it to a general reading? Yeah, we can do a general reading if you want. No problem. General reading for Spicy Palm. And then after Spicy Palm will be Poppy. And then after Poppy, I believe it'll be Fully Caught Up. And then we'll do the raffle slot. Let's see what we got for you, Spicy Palm. See what we got for you. Oh, okay. And now let's grab your Yu-Gi-Oh card. Oh, okay. We got all of the cards for you, Spicy Palms. Let's put them up on the screen. Starting with there we go. All right. We've got all of the cards for you. So in order of left to right for your general reading, we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Ace of Coins, and we have the reverse Two of Coins. And then for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have Banisher of the Light. So let's go ahead and start breaking this down for you, starting with the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a card of victory. It's a card of triumph, of fighting, and the power to love strongly, right? It's also a card of like to save, to heal, right? You can see the sage here. It's a chance to sort of purify, negative energy, and to fight, to sort of cleanse your space, right? Right off the bat, that's kind of what the Ace of Swords is. It's fighting to cleanse your space and to bring yourself to a place where you feel joy and you feel happiness. We also follow it up with the Ace of Coins. I can't sleep. Oh no, Zafar. I hope you fall asleep soon. Hope you can get nice and eepy beepy. But yeah, we followed up with the Ace of Coins. And the Ace of Coins is a card of prosperity. It's abundance, it's a nourishment, it's also wealth. Ace of Coins, Ace of Money, right? Wealth and pleasure. It's a little bit hedonistic. You want to treat yourself. You want to indulge yourself. You want to do things for you that maybe you don't get the chance to, but would make you happy, right? It's a card of indulgence, of treating yourself and feeling the wealth surround you and support you. We also, interestingly though, have the reverse Two of Coins, which is a card of mood swings. It's this feeling of instability. It feels almost like you're sinking. It just feels like maybe one day you wake up and you feel great and you feel like you could conquer the world. You could pick up your sword and slay anybody that stands in your way. But it also feels like maybe other days you feel the complete opposite, right? It feels like nothing will go right and it feels like everything is too much. Just as it is right now, it feels like you're going through this sense of like bouncing between all of these different things where you should feel strong, you should feel powerful, you have more power that you can wield for yourself, and yet you can't. It feels like it's just too much. It's too much energy. It's too much for you to handle right now. Yeah, I'm sinking into bed. Oh my gosh. EP mode. But that brings us to your Yu-Gi-Oh card, Banisher of the Light. Any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead, right? So this is the chance, I think, for you to finally put to rest some of these negative emotions for good. Some of these negative qualities, these things that you really don't like. The things that you kind of look at and you're like, I don't like that I feel this way. I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to be this way. This is your chance to really officially put it to rest, to not make it an issue anymore. I think it can be very difficult to take those steps, but it's also very necessary, I think, especially for the direction that you want to go for yourself, to recognize that you deserve to treat yourself, you deserve to love yourself, you deserve a little bit of hedonism as a treat, right? Hedonism being the chance for you to gain things and to do things purely for your own benefit, purely for your own gain, purely for your own joy. That is the only reason why it exists, is to bring you joy, to make you happy. And if it doesn't, you don't need it, kind of thing, right? And it feels like this is the chance for you to really fight for it, for you to heal, for you to grow, and for you to charge forward to victory, right? You have the sense of the sage and the sword willing to cut through and to fight and to push forward into something that brings you pleasure, that sweetness of the grapes, the fruits of your labor as you indulge in the things that that are wonderful, right? But it feels like right now you're sort of fighting against yourself, and the Banisher of Light tells you, well, then take some really strong, direct actions in order to fight against this feeling of instability, right? If you feel these crazy mood swings of one day you feel great and the next day you just don't, and you can't pinpoint why, there's a couple of things. First of all, there's the checklist. Have you slept? No? Go to sleep. Have you eaten? No? Go eat. Have you drank water? No? Go drink water. Have you showered? No? Go shower. Have you taken your medicine, right? If you're on meds, make sure you're taking your meds properly. No? Well, go take your meds. But also, if you're not taking meds, maybe you need some meds, right? If you are having very strong mood swings, if you are feeling great one day and horrible the next, that's not normal. I think it can feel very yes and no and mood swingy kind of thing. But I think you just got to recognize that this is your chance for you to fight and to bring yourself that stability that you're looking for, right? What are the things that are giving you anxiety at the moment? Like you said, you hope you get the job you applied for. Did you send a thank you email to the interviewer? Because you should do that. You should send, if you met the interview in person, you could give them a thank you letter, like a thank you card. But if you feel like it's a little late, you could also send them a thank you email saying like, thank you for interviewing me. I really enjoyed our interview. I look forward to hearing back on next steps from the company, blah, 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 like this, So usually if you send a thank you note or a thank you letter or a thank you email to the person who interviewed you, it looks extra good on your application. You have, I feel like, a surprisingly higher chance of getting the job when you do that. When you send them a little thank you, So also something to consider, But charge forward and move forward with intent to disarm what does not bring you joy. And I think when you do that, it will push you forward into the direction you want to go in, right? But you gotta be proactive, and you have to be strong in the choices you make. I believe in you, Spicy Palm. You got this. Fingies crossed. Okay, next up is Poppy. Poppy, are you here, Poppy? Hi, Poppy. Alrighty, and Poppy wants a reading on love. What's the queue looking like? We are currently doing Poppy's reading, and then we're doing a final call for Marsh, and then we're doing a raffle slot. So yeah, we're almost done. We're getting close. So yeah. And Poppy wants a reading on, where is it? Love. Okay, love reading for Poppy. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we got for you, Poppy. For your love reading. Should I be on the hunt or let them hunt me? Oh my gosh. You said, shall I be the predator or the prey? Also, hi, Berserk. Welcome in. How are you? You eepy. Oh, Eeper, how snuggly wuggly. It's okay. Get cozy. Real snuggle hours. Oh, they're all upside down, so let me just flip them all right side up instead. And now let's grab your Yu-Gi-Oh card and see what we got for your Yu-Gi-Oh card. Oh, okay. Okay, so we got all of the cards for you, Poppy, for your love reading. So let's go ahead and put them up on the screen, starting with there we go. Alrighty, so for your love reading, Poppy, in order of left to right, we have the 7 of coins, we have the Knight of Wands, and we have the Lovers. And then for your oracle card, we have the left leg of the Forbidden One. That's right, we pulled a piece of Exodia. So let's go ahead and start breaking it down for you, starting with the 7 of coins. Also, hi, Jenny. Hi. We're not at the raffle yet, Jenny. We've got this one right now, and then we're doing a final call for somebody, and then we'll do the raffle. So, but we're getting close. We're getting close, Jenny. But yeah, so let's start with the 7 of coins. So the 7 of coins is a card of forward motion, right? It's a card of change that leads to growth, but it's also a card that tells you that change and growth require hard work. It takes effort, it takes energy. It does not simply come to you. you gotta put yourself out there in a situation and in a position to make it easier for it to notice you, right? So right off the bat, it's kind of telling you, if you want to be in a relationship, you have to make sure that you're in a position that people who are also looking for relationships will find you and will see you, right? Right off the bat. We followed up with the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is a passion flower, right? A warrior, somebody who's both passionate and hot-blooded, wears their heart on their sleeve, right? Very much somebody who is rushing forward for the sake of their love, rushing forward, charging towards what makes them feel passion, what they're passionate about, right? And I think that's sort of the key thing here, is this passion that's pushing you forward. But we also have the Lover's card, which feels like there is somebody here that I feel like you mesh well with. It's a very give and take. You both seem to have this sort of magnetism to you. You know, what you're looking for, they have, and what they're looking for, you have. It's very much a card of mutual attraction, mutual beneficial relationship and emotions, right? It's a union between two independent and individually whole and equal partners coming together to create something even more than just simply the sum of their parts. They're both already whole, but they feel like they mesh even better with their synergy when they have this, right? So I think that's sort of the key thing here, is that's what you're looking for. And I think that's the thing you have to remember, is you're already whole as is. As a person right now, you already stand strong on your own. And just, you know, a relationship would be nice. A beneficial collaboration with somebody like that would be nice. It would bring you joy. It feels like maybe there is somebody kind of that could fit that definition for you. But also, we have the left leg of the Forbidden One, aka Exodia. We have the left leg of Exodia, which to me feels like you are almost shackling yourself down. You are holding yourself back, right? And we have this sort of tie-in with that feeling of holding yourself back, along with the Seven of Coins, is this feeling of you have to put yourself out there. If you are looking for love, you have to let yourself be seen by love. It will not simply plop itself down on your doorstep, right? As lovely as it would be, it will not simply plop itself down at your doorstep. If you are looking for love, you have to be proactive, I think, in making sure other people see you, right? Not necessarily in looking, you don't have to be proactive in looking for love, but you have to be proactive in letting people see you and who you are in order for love to develop, right? And be open, be bold, and be yourself, and be unshackled, be free, right? Because right now the left leg of Exodia is chained down. This is your chance to break free and to be, you know, your best sense of yourself. I think that's just something to keep in mind there, Poppy. But yeah, I hope that helps. Fingers crossed, Poppy. Sometimes you just have to be bold and really set the stage for yourself. By the way, how do the raffles work again? Do we spin a wheel? It is, I pick a number between 1 through 10, and you guys try to guess that number. And whoever guesses it gets it. Yeah, start the hunt, start my slut arc. Yes, slut arc, slut arc. I'm sure you'll find someone, Poppy. All right, this is a final call for Marsh. So Marsh, if you're here, speak now or forever hold your peace. Marsh. Hi, Marsh. There you are. And what kind of reading did you want again, Marsh? You wanted... I have to scroll and see if I can find it. Marsh wanted a luck reading. Okay. We'll still do a raffle slot after we do Marsh's reading, so don't worry. You guys will still get a raffle slot. I've been summoning Shimas. What you mean? Well, I called you earlier and you weren't here earlier, so that's why. That's all I was making sure. Yeah, we'll still do a raffle slot after Marsh. Don't worry, you guys. There'll still be a chance. Okay, so, and Marsh wants a luck reading, so let's see what we got for you, Marsh. Oh my god, you kablooied? Explosion? You died? That can't be good for your health. There's no way that's good for your health. I hear death is one of the worst things that can happen to you. But I don't know. I'm not a doctor, so what do I know, right? It's healthy. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. A little bit of kablooey never hurt nobody. Death is just the beginning, you know, like that Mummy movie. I know this guy, he died, so they threw him in a cave, and no shit, he walked out 3 days later. Oh my god. That's crazy, dude. How do you roll the boulder by himself, though? Because they, like, sealed the cave with the boulder. Say what? Hi, Dr. Fumbles. So Jesus must have been, like, shredded as hell, dude, to move that boulder by himself. Because it took, like, at least 2 dudes to roll that boulder in the first place into there. They called him Son of God. I want those guys as hype men. Yeah, dude, they even gave him a crown of thorns. That's sick as hell, dude. That's cool as fuck. Bro built different. Yeah. Yeah, some would say. Some would argue. Someone helped him out with the bulldozer. Oh my god, they have bulldozers back then? That's crazy. Always imagine the boulder is like a sphere, so they could have just rolled it away. It's not like they locked the boulder or anything. But there's no way the boulder was perfectly spherical. It's not like it was like a bouncy ball, you know? There would have been like cracks and like flat parts and things like that, and it was like heavy. They had like multiple people roll it into place to seal the cave. Imagine the boulder just fell over and the boulder just did that. Like JFK's head. Dude, that's crazy. I didn't know it had that potential, that power. Have you guys heard that fucking conspiracy theory that JFK wasn't shot, his head just did that? It's like such a stupid conspiracy theory, but I love it so much. His head just did that. The boulder just did that. Just fell over. Just exploded into like 20 pieces. Even better if it just fell over and Jesus got embarrassed and set it back up but realized he was still outside again and couldn't move it again. Aww. Poor Jesus, he felt so awkward. He's like, whoops. Also, very aggressive migraine. Oh no. Take care of yourself. I'm sorry to hear that, ground pounder. And just try to relax if you can. I hope the migraine goes away soon. So hello, hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, welcome in, Luna. Hope you're doing well too. Alright, so we got for your luck reading, Marsh. Oof. Oof. Bro, are you good, Marsh? Are you good, man? I was talking about the JFK incident, thanks though. Oh, very aggressive migraine. Oh, that's what it was. I thought you were saying you had a migraine. I was like, oh, that sucks. No, you're saying JFK's migraine was just a bit too aggressive and that's why his head did that. Oh no, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Alright, let's see what we got for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, Marsh. Okay. Let's thank you for the follow, Luna. Welcome in. Alright, let's go ahead and put these up on the screen for you, Marsh. Starting with... There we go. I want to see if my recent good luck used up my luck for the rest of the year or whatever. Sounds like I'm right. You'll see. We'll break down your reading for you. But the first one's not a great start. Not a great card to start with. Tubba, to be honest. Alright, and then we have the last card, which is... Also, hi Renee, welcome in. Alright, we've got all of the cards for you, Marsh, for your luck reading. So, in order of left to right, we have the Three of Swords, we have the reverse Ten of Wands, and we have the Hanged Man. And then for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have Earth Chant. So, let's go ahead and start breaking these down for you, starting with the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak. It is a card of failed relationships, things kind of falling apart in that sense. It's disappointment. It's a broken heart. It's the end of a relationship. This is the shit's tough when it comes to people card, right? It's hard. You can see the epee is sort of stabbing into the bleeding heart plant there, because it feels like you're being stabbed in the heart, man, dude. This shit sucks. It's first card. This shit sucks, right? We move on to the reverse Ten of Wands. And the reverse Ten of Wands is a bit of a reassurance, right? It's your troubles are temporary. As much as shit does in fact suck, it will not suck forever, right? Troubles are temporary, trust in yourself, and the difficulties will eventually be washed away and will be relieved, right? So when the going gets tough, just remember, this too shall pass, right? I don't know if you know that story of this too shall pass, but basically, the king wanted a ring with an inscription that, when read when he's happy, will help humble him and keep him reminded of the world around him, but when he's sad, will also help uplift him. You know, so the scholars made him a ring that simply said, this too shall pass, right? So when he's happy, he looks at the ring and he sees, oh, the good times will not always last. But also, when things are really tough, when things are really rough, this is not going to last forever, right? This too shall pass. So in a sense, it is both a warning and a relief to hear that both luck and troubles are temporary, right? Things change constantly. Things always move forward in whatever direction it pleases. We don't have too much to that we have that much control over. All we can do is kind of go along for the ride. Yeah, dude had a ring to keep himself humble. He did. It's an old story. If you look up, you know, this too shall pass, it is a reminder, right? The good times are wonderful when they last, but the good does not always last forever. There will always be hardship with good, but just as much as there's always hardship, you know, there will always be good things that follow, right? Life is not all pain, and life is not all gain, right? You need pain and gain in order to, I think, fully understand and appreciate the highs and lows of life, in order to fully appreciate the full effect of life itself. If you all you are ever in your life is happy, you will never truly be happy. It's only in those moments of deep depression and sadness and pain that you truly recognize and appreciate the joy that comes from genuine happy moments. And in the same vein, it's only when you lose something that you realize how precious it is to you, right? I think it's a matter of balance. It is a matter of balance, right? So the reverse 10 of Wands kind of reassuring you of like, this too shall pass. Shit's gonna suck with that 3 of Swords card, that pain, that heartbreak, the broken heart. Not a fun time, but this too shall pass, right? And then that brings us to the Hanged Man, right? And the Hanged Man is a card of introspection, taking a look at yourself inside of you. And oh no, you got ads. Okay, we'll wait. We'll pause on it. We'll wait. Don't worry. It gives me a chance to drink water anyways. Very refreshing. Oh no, I'm out of water. I'll have to get more water soon. It's okay. It's all good. Dude, my lips are chapped. Yeah, I'll put my lip balm on. See, it works out. Now that I don't have to yap because of ads. Oh my god, my lips are so chapped. Holy shit. There we go. That feels better. Yeah. So those of you who are premium, how are you doing today? How's it like, you know, not having to deal with ads? How's the reading going so far? It's going well. It's going good. It's going pretty good. We're having a good time. Do people actually ask you those kinds of questions? Yeah. I put those specific questions in the rules because those specific questions have been asked. So that's why they're there. Originally, my rules when I first started streaming were just be nice, have fun, right? And then as I've been streaming for 3 years, I have to add more and more rules as people keep finding ways to break them. I didn't think I had to write that one down for you, you know, but apparently I did. So have them right there just in case. Yeah, people are crazy, man. People are wild. You don't think that it'd be like that, but I really do. Which question? I zoned out. Oh, Renee is just talking about my rules just in general. Like how I mentioned, like don't ask me like invasive personal questions. And then I mention a few that people have asked me. Yeah, don't ask me what cup size I am. Yeah. That's literally happened. They asked and then they tried to guess what they thought I was. Yeah. So like even on top of that, they were still trying to guess my size, which was crazy. I don't know. Some people are wild, man. Some people are crazy. Yeah, also welcome back, Marsh. Welcome back. But what if I wouldn't know? Well, I've got a partner, so suck it. Speaking of, I'm having a collab with my partner on Saturday evening. I'll be streaming earlier than usual, like around the time I'm on my collab with Oka, like around 8 p.m. my time. I will be playing Monster Prom 4 MonsterCon with my partner Harper. Yeah, we're gonna play MonsterCon. I'm excited. We're gonna romance some monsters together. It'll be very romantic. So we'll be doing that before we have our own respective community nights afterwards. So I'll still be having community night. It'll just be after the quick stream to play MonsterCon. Yeah. I got a free key for MonsterCon from the devs. So we gotta say thank you, devs, whenever I get the chance to play. So it's because of them that I got an early access key, which was very, very, very sweet of them. Okay. So back to the reading. So we have the Hangman, right? And the Hangman is a card of introspection, of looking inside yourself and thinking about what's sort of holding you back, what's tying you down, what's weighing you down, and cutting yourself free of it, right? So there is this sense of suspension and reflection, but finally also letting go, right? Everyone has a partner. I feel so single. I mean, you don't have to have a partner. I feel like oftentimes relationships have happened when I wasn't actively looking for them. Very much, I wasn't looking for my current partner. We just kind of found each other. And the same for a lot of previous partners. Oh my God, Zelfar, immediately. Zelfar immediately like want to go out. Oh my gosh. Keep it together, Zelfar. Sheesh. But I think it is something to recognize, you know, that there is a lot of things that are within your control, that things that you can do to push yourself forward, to catapult yourself forward. If things are tying you down, right? If you feel like you are not moving in the direction that you want to go, there is the ability for you to take things into your own hands, right? For you to push forward and make things in the way you want them to be done, and to craft your life in the way you want it to move. Just remember, you know, as much as there are good things in your life, there are also bad things that will trip you up. But like always, this too shall pass. Even the pain, even the wonders, you know, things do not last forever, and that's okay. You just have to enjoy it while you can and move forward in your life, understanding that you can't let the pains and the hopes of the past tie you down and prevent you from moving forward in the future, right? And then that brings us to your Yu-Gi-Oh card. Also, hi Miranda, welcome in. And your Yu-Gi-Oh card is Earth Chant, right? This card can be used to ritual summon any Earth ritual monster. You must also tribute monsters from your hand or field whose total levels exactly equal the level of the ritual monster you ritual summon, right? If you want to bring in new good things into your life, you can, but it requires you to let go of old things, right? And this, in this sense, and what it's referring to is, like, you know, you have to sacrifice your old monsters if you want to ritual summon in your new monster, right? There is a price to be paid. There are things you have to let go of if you want to bring in something new into your life. And I think that's crucial here. That's sort of key here, is understanding that you cannot hold on to everything from your past and expect to move forward. There are some things you have to let go of if you want change, if you want growth, if you want better things for yourself. As hard as it can be to let go, sometimes it is necessary, you know? That's what Earth Chant is talking about here. But yeah, I hope that helps. Fingers crossed, Marsh. You know, you just gotta think about what's currently kind of holding you back right now. And push forward. But also remember that even with the difficulty of things, when you feel like your luck's really down bad and you feel like you're struggling, you're not going to struggle forever, right? It's not an eternal struggle. You'll be free, I promise. But there you go. I hope that helps, Marsh. Fingers crossed. Alrighty. And now we have one raffle slot, the final slot for the night. So, for those of you in chat who have not gotten a reading yet from me today, and you would like one, I am thinking of a number between 1 and 10, and the first person to guess it can get the reading. Yeah, make sure you guys aren't repeating numbers. Make sure other people haven't said the numbers yet that you're calling. There you go. Okay. It was 6. The number was 6. There we go. All right. The number was 6, Patrice, so congratulations. What would you like for your reading? You're 2 for 2. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Fuck, my dyslexia read a 9 as a 6. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Just a general reading? Yeah, it's okay. And we do this every Thursday. So if you guys missed your chance to come in and snag a reading this time, if you come in earlier during the stream next week, next Thursday, you'll be able to snag a reading then. So there you go. If you missed your chance this week, there will always be a chance next week. So let's see what we got for your general reading for you, Patrice. I sleep now. Yeah, get some rest, Zelfar. Sweet dreams. Good night. It's okay. It's okay. It'll all be daijoubu, Zelfar. Don't worry. No need to get worked up. Tomorrow we're gonna stream Lesbian, a lesbian visual novel. Won't that make you happy so far? Will lesbians cheer you up? I'm not one of those guys. I just meant like, cause it's cute as romance. I mean, I like all kinds of romance. I like boys love. I like girls love. I like straight. I just like romance. But it's a romance visual novel, and they're pretty girls. I just like looking at the pretty girls. Pretty girls make brain go burr. Now BL, yeah, I do like BL too. I just read the newest chapter of Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. It's so funny. Oh my god. It's so funny, dude. It's like... There's a reason why, even though it's technically not a BL, that people keep putting in the boys love section at like bookstores. The homoerotic tension between the two main characters is insane. It's off the charts, dude. It's like Naruto and Sasuke. Yeah, it's like Naruto and Sasuke, man. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. Which is crazy that Naruto and Sasuke have wives, dude. That they got married to girls. When they were literally each other's first kiss, and Naruto chases after fucking Sasuke so many times in the novel, chases after him just to fight to be closer to him and to bring him back. Like, come on, man. Like, they're represented as like the sun and the moon, right? They got like the light and the dark. They're the yin and the yang. They're meant for each other. Like, come on, media literacy. Oh, am I right? I'm right. I am right. I say am I right rhetorically. I know I'm right. I am correct. Anyway, let's see what we got for you, Patrice, for your general reading. I heard no lies. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what I said. I know I'm right. It was a rhetorical question. When two people in a novel, right? Two people in a novel are referred to canonically in the novel as life and death companions. Life and death companions. Companions through life and death. Is that not just marriage? Is that not just marriage? Like genuinely, is that not just marriage? Are we ORV posting again? Yes. Yes, the newest chapter of the comic came out earlier. I was reading it. So yes, they are on my mind again. They are. Come on. You're gonna tell me that the two characters are canonically referred to as life and death companions and they're not married? One of them literally went to hell to make sure the other was okay. Like, are you kidding me? Like, okay, I'm normal. I'm normal. I'm normal. I'm fine. I'm good. I have major ORV brain rot, honestly. I don't think I can ever be cured. I'm pretty sure it's terminal. It's okay because you're cute. Thank you. I'm glad I get the pass. I will exploit this. Now let's grab your Yu-Gi-Oh card, Patrice, for your general reading. Okay. Let's go ahead and put these up on the screen for you, Patrice. Starting with... There we go. There we go. Okay. We've got all of the cards for you, Patrice. For your general reading, in order of left to right, we have the Two of Wands, we have the Reverse Tower, and we have the Six of Coins. And then for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have Hyozanryu. So, we did pull the Tower. Wait, but we will time you out for 10 seconds afterwards. But damn, ending the stream, ending the final reading on a tower is crazy. Well, let's go ahead and start breaking it down for you, starting with the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card of belief in yourself, right? A strong understanding and belief in your capabilities. It's boldness, but it's also embarking on a new adventure. Yeah, yeah. We have a tradition. If you pull the Tower card, you get timed out for 10 seconds. You're not in trouble. It's just a meme at this point that we time you out for 10 seconds when you pull the Tower. So, silly Willy. We also followed up again with the reverse Tower, right? So this is boldness, belief in your own ability, embarking on a new adventure, right? But also to be careful because it's very easy for things to get carried away. You can see the snapdragon here. If you don't pay close attention to it, it can grow like a weed and easily overtake a garden. So everything in moderation. We followed up with the reverse Tower. And while the Tower is normally a sense of like a humbling experience and a broken cycle, in its reverse, it's kind of like a rude awakening. Things feel like they crash down in a big way. It's very flashy. It's very, oh my God, right? Like kind of a little bit of a slap in the face. It's like somebody dumped the cold water on you and woke you up, right? But it's the chance to completely overthrow your current way of thinking about things, to bring you a new sense of enlightenment, right? You kind of needed that slap to snap you out of it in order to help you focus and recognize how you should be thinking, how you should be moving, what you should be doing, right? So as much as it sucks, nobody wants to get ice water dumped on them, right? It was kind of necessary for the sake of your growth, right? And that feels especially so as well because of the Six of Coins. And the Six of Coins is the card of kind of like pain before gain, in the sense of you got to work towards things, but it's also a card of abundance. It's also a card of the sweet fruit of your labor. When you put in the time, you put in the effort, you put in the energy, you are rewarded with the fruit of your labor. You can see here though that on the raspberry vine there are also thorns, which means you're probably going to get scratched up a little bit. You are going to, hit a couple of those thorns. You are going to get scratched. Maybe you might bleed a little bit. It's not the end of the world, but it is necessary in order for you to gain the fruit of your labor, which is those delicious raspberries, right? And that's sort of the key thing here. Is it's not a simple and easy process, but it is a worthwhile process. It is ultimately worth the pain to achieve the gain as you move forward. And that feels especially so because of your Yu-Gi-Oh card. Hyozanryu, right? A dragon created from a massive diamond that sparkles with blinding light, right? Diamonds are forged under pressure. Not just any pressure, immense pressure, right? It takes a fuck ton of pressure to turn carbon into a diamond. And this is a dragon that is made from a massive diamond. It sparkles and it glimmers. This is your chance for you to break out of the rough and to be that diamond in the rough, to polish yourself up and to become the sort of sparkling potential that you already have. So as much as things suck, right? You're going to encounter issues. You're going to encounter this sort of slap in the face, the cold water washing down on you in some instances. You're going to encounter the thorns as you walk through and push forward. This is a reminder that it is ultimately worth it, right? For you to become the best, most glittering version of yourself. It requires trials. It requires pain. It requires immense pressure to put you to your ultimate ability and your ultimate self, So, yeah. There you go. I hope that helps, Patrice. Fingers crossed. And now, let's see if I know how to time you out for 10 seconds. There we go. Perfect. I did it. I'm brilliant. I'm God tier. There you go. You will be untimed out in 10 seconds, so you're fine. But there you go. That's for pulling the tower. That's for pulling the tower. I feel so bad. No, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. It's just a little hee hee ha ha. I'm sure they're back by now anyways. Like I said, it's only 10 seconds. Yeah, rest in peace, bro. I've returned after 120 seconds. Yeah, 10 seconds. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's all. That's why we do 10 seconds. It makes it silly. Oh no, there's a different thing. Oh, I was watching a stream and the person streaming was super cute. Yeah, was Patrice so lucky? Oh my god. And I was like, oh wow, you're super attractive, but he found it weird. Yeah, some people, it can be tough for some people, I think, to know what the intentions are when somebody compliments them on their appearance, right? Especially because maybe you didn't mean it in any sort of weird way, but they've probably gotten a lot of people who have said that and meant it in a weird way, so they probably just immediately associate it with the weird way, you know? I feel like that's very common. Like I said, there are people who ask me about my fucking cup size, so I'm sure he's probably gotten weird harassment and stuff like that too. So even though, you know, it wasn't your intention to be weird and you were probably just trying to be nice, you know, you just gotta remember, he's probably gotten some weird ass creepy comments from other people, so he probably just thought that that's what that was. So don't take it to heart. Don't take it to heart if he was a little weirded out by it. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I know you didn't mean it like that. And as long as you don't actually do anything creepy, I'm sure he'll come to understand, you know, like, oh, you just meant it to be nice. You weren't trying to do anything weird. You know, as long as you don't do anything else to set off any alarm bells, then usually people will look back on it and be like, oh, okay, that wasn't a weird instance. They were one of the chill ones. Okay, got it. Yeah. So best thing you can do in that situation, just keep it chill. Keep it chill. Best thing for you to do. If you feel like maybe you overstepped a little bit, you know, take a little step back and just keep it chill, and it'll work out. It'll sort itself out. They'll be like, okay. Yeah, don't stress too much about that. I think most streamers know that most people are chill people. It's very rare that you get the weirdos or the strangers that act really fucking freaky. It's pretty rare for that to happen, but they are also very memorable experiences, which is why they kind of stick with us. But we also know majority of people are like normal human beings, so you just gotta make sure that you show like, hey, I promise I'm not a freak. and then they'll come around. Yeah, but you got this. It'll be daishobu. Don't worry, don't stress too much. But yeah, that is officially all of the readings for today. Yeah, I get it. I once streamed and there was a guy asking me where I lived and stuff. Ugh. Ew. Yeah, there's a lot of weirdos online. There are a lot of weirdos. Ugh. But yeah. Anyways, be weird, but like in a funny way, not a creepy way. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's all of the tarot readings for tonight. Tomorrow, we are going to be playing Love Curse. We played the demo for it back in January. Why'd you time out that person? I wasn't here. Oh yeah, we have a little running gag here. If you pull the Tower card in your reading, whenever you get a reading from me, we time you out for 10 seconds. Right? It's just a meme. So because Patrice pulled the Tower card, as you can see, the middle card there on the screen is the Tower card. We timed out Patrice for 10 seconds. They didn't do anything wrong. They didn't break any rules. It's just a little silly gag we do. That's why it's only 10 seconds of a timeout. So they can pretty much immediately get back to typing. I thought about playing that game. What a coincidence. Yes, I played the demo for it back in January. It was fantastic. I loved it so much. The full game officially came out earlier this week, actually. And I have been dying to play it. I immediately bought it. I bought it with my own money because that's how much I loved the demo. I wanted to play it immediately. So we will be playing that tomorrow on stream. We'll be playing Love Curse, Find Your Soulmate, right? So hyped for it. So that's what we'll be playing tomorrow. And then Saturday, we will be playing Monster Prom 4, MonsterCon. And then afterwards in the Discord will be anime night. We'll be watching some more anime in the Discord. But yeah, let's see who is online. I wonder, is anybody else streaming tarot right now? Well, there's no VTuber streaming tarot, so that's fine. That's fine. Let's see who else is online. Who else is chilling? Who's vibing? There's supermarket simulator or co-working and studying. You guys want supermarket simulator or co-working and studying? That'll determine who we raid to. Which one y'all want? I go slumber. Good night. Yeah, good night, Patrice. Sweet dreams. I'm thinking. Which one? Which one? Maybe I'll flip a coin. We haven't raided them in a while, so maybe we'll raid Kakyo Mikoshiba. They're a Japanese VTuber who does a lot of co-working while they draw. Very chill streamer. They're very sweet. Ooh, got ads. There we go. Let me mute that. There we go. Okay, but yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So I'll go ahead and set that up, and we'll raid them. Yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I super appreciated it. It was so much fun. Hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow for Love Curse, but if not, no worries. I'll see you when I see you. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and good night. Mwah.